For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up? It's our boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. New Media Today, USA Boxing. We are back. Back up in this BIH, man. Back up in here, man. We're gonna have something just popped up on the last minute, guys. So Rick Glazier will be on the show in probably like 15 minutes. So I just want to get through the introductions. Rick Glazier will be on the show. He said he has something he wanted to announce, so he'll be on the show in about 15 minutes. I gotta send him. I'm gonna send him the link, and then he'll get on the show. Salute to everybody, man. What's going on, man? Shout out to Black Ice. What's going on, fam? What's up, my brother? Shout out to my main man, Knockdown 305, Dade County's finest. Salute to Schoolo X-Man with the lick read, baby boy. Old Dirty Boxing, what's happening? Mr. VA Fitted. Salute, fam. Salute to you, my brother. Miguel Gomez, what's going on, fam? What's going on? Ricky E245 with the lick read. What the lick read, brother? Shout out to Marcus King. What's happening? Yeah, we're gonna get into the show. We're gonna make it do what it do. We're gonna get into the show. Today's gonna be a good show today. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling right. You know what I mean? My main man, Timothy, what's going on, brother? Shout out to Jeff Lucietta. Jeff, what's going on, fam? We're gonna talk about a few things. Rick gonna be on the show in about 15 minutes, but we're gonna talk about a couple of things. Even some Canelo news as well. So I'm just excited. I'm just excited about, we didn't get everything we wanted so far this year. You get what I'm saying? We didn't get everything. We didn't get everything that we wanted so far this year, but we got a lot of good fights. And when you sit back and look at everything in its totality, you got to say, you know what, man, we did pretty well. Shout out to Big J in the building. Big J, Rockman, what's going on, brother? Shout out to Jaime Rivera. Jaime, what's going on, fam? Hey, what did he say? He said, you taking calls? Yeah, I'm taking calls. Yeah, I'm gonna take calls every day. You ought to know that. But what I'm doing is I have Rick Glazier coming on, fam. I have Rick Glazier coming on. So if I turn the phone on now, I know it's gonna keep, going in and stuff like that. Yeah, but I'm definitely opening up the phone lines. We have to do that. We have to open up the phone lines. You get what I'm saying? So, that I love taking calls, man. I like talking to the people. Our money, 4 texts. What's going on, fam? Let's get into the show. Little Green Eyes Peace, salute. Let's get into the show. Now, as you guys know, the question I have is this: we do know what Isaac Cruz Sr. said. He said this on Hispanic YouTube channel on the interview he did. So we know what he said about. We know what's been mandated by the WBC and stuff like that, but let me get into the show. Will Pitbull Cruz duck Shakur Stevenson? Or will he fight him, right? Can this fight actually happen? And what I mean by that is, both fighters are with two different promotional outfits, but those two promotional outfits have worked together in the past. So can this fight happen? I think it can. You know what I mean? Also, guys, Canelo announces his return. He's coming back a lot sooner than what people initially thought he was. A lot of people thought he wasn't going to come back until September, but he's coming back before, right? Shakur Stevenson and Isaac Pitbull Cruz was mandated by the WBC last Wednesday at the WBC convention in Mexico. Reports have come out from Isaac Cruz Sr. protesting to the WBC that he's not interested in letting his son fight the number 4 ranked WBC contender Shakur Stevenson. You get what I'm saying? He says he prefers that Isaac Cruz faces number one ranked Vasyl Lomachenko because it's an easier fight. Now that just sounds stupid. We went through this yesterday. Vasyl Lomachenko is going to fight Devin Haney. He's not even available. He's not available. So you're not going to fight your man. You don't want to fight Shakur Stevenson. I mean, the father is saying this. Now, I haven't heard what Pitbull Cruz said, but if he doesn't say anything, then apparently he's going along with it. Now, Vasyl Lomachenko, as you guys know, will be fighting Devin The Dream Haney next. So that fight is off the table anyways. However, this is a classic duck move if Isaac Cruz Sr. follows through with his promise of, not wanting to fight or pulling out of this mandated fight with the WBC that they have ordered against Shakur Stevenson. In other news, Canelo Alvarez recently did an interview, and he said that his therapy is going very well. This is for all you Canelo fans. He said that his therapy is going very well, and he's expected to return back to boxing in May. So this probably would explain why. Remember I told you guys that the PBC, well, not the PBC, but Tom Brown, which is the promoter that the PBC normally use. Remember I told you the 6 dates that they had for next year? They had 2 dates in January, 1 date in February, 1 date in May, Cinco de Mayo. They had a, you know what, hold on. They had 2 dates in January, 1 date in March. They had another date in, hold on, I think they had 6 dates. 3, they had 6 dates. Well, I know the second half of the schedule. Oh, you know what? They had the Mexican Independence Day next September. They had Cinco de Mayo. They had two fights in, I think it was 2 fights in May, and probably 2 fights in May, and maybe 2 fights in March, somewhere up in there. So yeah, they had 6 dates. Now when you go to, when I said, remember I showed you guys the Nevada Athletic Commission's, their calendar, where you can see all events that's going to happen in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand and stuff like that. You see that those dates have been removed. May is open now, and September is open now. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, more than likely that has something to do with Canelo, you know, coming back in May. That, I mean, I have no proof of that, guys, but that's what I said. Shout out to Marta King Boxing. Shout out to AJ. Yeah, you said November 11th as well? Okay, yeah. November 11th, okay. However, in my opinion, guys, this is a classic duck move by Isaac Cruz Sr. if he follows through with what he said, right? There's been a lot of speculation, guys, about who Canelo will fight next when he comes back, right? We'll see how the news of Canelo's return will affect the rest of the super middleweight division. Now, Canelo is the big dog. It is what it is in over here in North America. And those guys got off of those dates for a reason. A lot of people are looking at, you know, Canelo, you know, he has 4 belts. He has mandatories. I think he has some from the WBO that may be coming up. You know, the WBC, we know that situation. IBF, yada, 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 right? So, I think, what is it John Ryder? I think John Ryder is the WBO mandatory or something of that sort. I don't know. Let me look and see. Let me look and see. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. We're gonna see. I'm gonna look and see. Shout out to my main man, Thug and D. Thug and D, what's going on, fam? Shout out to 2 Will. Hey, okay. Dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy. Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Hey, shout out. Oh, sorry about that, fam. I didn't even read your super chat. Hold on. Shout out to you, fam. Shout out to 2 Will. What you say, fam? Another great show, fam. Yes, sir. Another great show. Salute to you, fam. Salute to you. Hey, shout out to Fotex. Hey, okay. Hey, for dropping that $2, bam, super chat on your boy. Hey, Leroy.
Super chat.
I'm gonna show everybody that meme too. Hey, Fotex say Fotex say sorry about the Hulk meme. He say sorry for that Hulk meme on Twitter, coach. Yeah, man. Hey, that joke was funny, man. Hey, I don't mind. Hey, you know what? Hey, Fotex, I don't mind. I don't mind at all. It was when I saw it, bro. I showed it to my kids. They bust out laughing. Bro. That was a hell of a meme. Let me show everybody this meme that Fotex did, man. hey. Goddamn Fotex. Hold on. You know what? I'm not even there. I'm not even on my arm. Hey man, hey, this meme was hilarious. This meme was hilarious. I also want to show you something, let you guys see something else too. Hey, so he got you old dirty dog. You ain't Fotex, you dirty dog. He got me good too. Hey, look at this here, right? He got me turning into the Hulk. Look at this here, man. Look at this. Metro Jet, what's going on? Hey, we got hey, I wish y'all could hear the music. I wish y'all could hear the music. He said, hold on. I wish y'all could hear the music. Hold on. Hold on. Hey, I wish y'all could hear the music. Hilarious. Hey. That's hilarious. Hold on, man. Hold on. hey, bro, that damn phone text, boy. Hey, bro, hey, hold on. Here you go. That's Rick texting me. Hold on. Bro, that's classic. Shout out to Mr. Golden. Mr. Golden, what's going on? Shout out to Ride of the Storm. Salute to TJ. Hey, okay. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
What did you say, fam? You say, would it surprise you if Canelo picked Boo Boo for his May 5th fight? Boo Boo's last 2 fights have been horrible. Canelo's special, as some people would say. Okay. All right. You know what? I don't know. I don't know. That'd be a good question. That'd be a good question, fam. Hey, hold on. Let me. Boy, I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. Boy, this right here got me crying, bro. This ain't had me crying. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Hold on. Let me see if I pull it up. Right here. Hey, hold on. Let me see it. Wait a minute. Hold on. This is all right. Here we go. Hold on. Let me, because I want everything to play through the roadcaster. Bear with me one moment, guys. Hey, bro, man, I've been laughing. Hey, I've been laughing at this meme, bro. Like my kids love it. Oh, they love it. They're like, oh, Daddy turning into the Hulk. Hey, they say, Daddy turning into the Hulk. Hold on. Here we go. Here you go, right? Hey, this is hilarious. Hold on. Hey, this is hilarious, bro. Hold on, bro. They had me crying, bro. Hey.
I'm always angry.
Hey, bro, I can watch this all day, bro. I can watch this all day. Hey, bro, this right here, this classic right here, man. Hey, this classic. Hey, you know what? Hey, this classic. That doggone Fotex. Hey, let's give Fotex a round of applause. Bro, that damn Fotex, bro. Hey, anyway, hold on. I got something I want to share with you guys on the series though. Shout out to Two-Tone. Shout out to my main man Two-Tone, the superstar. Shout out to Two-Tone, the superstar. That Two-Tone, the superstar. That dude is hilarious, bro. Like, I really like his content. He just funny. The dude is funny. But it's something that he said, right? Because this guy right here, I want you guys to hear this. Hold on. I want you guys to hear this. Hold on, guys. I want you guys to hear this. Because this is funny. It's funny, but it's real at the same time. It's funny and it's real at the same time. So I want you guys to see this and hear this. It's funny, but it's real at the same time. Because I don't think these guys that be on here on this social media shit, I don't think they understand. I don't think they understand how, wait a minute. Hold on, I'm tripping. My bad, hold on. What did I do? All right, let's go. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. Hold on, guys. I want you guys to hear this. Let me go here. And let's go back.
years old, get paid every 2 weeks, pays for health care, pays tax.
I want you. Now, he gave these dudes a little bit too much credit.
Imagine a person is 30 plus years old, get paid every 2 weeks, pays for health care, pays taxes, and they are 30 plus years old talking about drop the Addy. That's why I say y'all trying to be like you 15. You trying to be what you trying to be like them 15-year-olds. Drop the Addy, nigga. You think I'm really gonna drop the Addy? What do you think is gonna happen when you come around that corner? You're going to get shot. I have kids. I have dogs. Think niggas is gonna drop that, nigga? What are you toxic? That's fucking toxic. Drop the Addy, nigga. What? You just did a promise to pay with Sprint. You just did an extension with T-Mobile. You just sent an email to HR. You just had it one-on-one at your job and you talked about drop the Addy? So you don't give a fuck about your kids at home. You don't give a fuck about your mom. You just want to end it all over a fucking Facebook post, and none of these niggas is making money. Nobody got fucking fans. PS fucking fives everywhere. Niggas got child support. Drop the Addy. Nigga, go fuck yourself. Have a nice life. Leave me the fuck alone. Go play with the devil. Do that shit. I ain't got time for that. Go over there. Drop the Addy. You want to be 16 so bad. Take your ass up to McDonald's. Get you some fucking trousers. Sag them. And start fucking up the hash brown.
He got threatened on Facebook. He had a Wakanda nigga threaten him on Facebook. He told us drop the Addy. And I'm laughing because Jason Moore said that same thing. Drop the Addy. Let's get into the show. How you think that's gonna turn out? Hey, you're dealing with a grown man who got a whole lot of stuff to lose. A lot of people that he's responsible for. A lot of people that's dependent on him in order to take care of the family. And you, boy, I can't make this up. Shout out to shout out. I mean, who is it? Oh, shout out to Quentin, man. Shout out to Quentin. Hey, okay. For dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Super chat received.
T say play it again. I'm gonna play it again, fam. Hey, he say, shout out to what you say, Quentin. He say, Quentin say, I'm pulling up to the Cash App, that is. Shout out to Quentin, man. Salute to you, fam. I can't make this up. Bro, grown men. Oh, bro, what's wrong with you? I don't get Hey, let me tell you something. Hey, listen. Hey, I'm going to be honest with you guys. In my 48 years of living on the planet Earth, I have never in my life been threatened as much as I have been since I've been on YouTube. I'm dead serious, dog. Bro, in my 38 years of being on planet Earth, like literally, bro, from incarceration to the feds to just everything, just all throughout life, right? To the street. Listen, bro, I have never in my life, in my 48 years, the past almost 2 years I've been on YouTube, I've been threatened more times on YouTube than I have in the 46 years prior to me coming on YouTube. I'm dead serious. Hey, okay. I'm dead serious, fam.
True.
Bro, like for real, bro. For real. I'm dead serious, bro. I'm dead serious. T said play it again. I'm gonna play it again. Hold on, let me send this link out. Let me send this link out to Rick. Send this link out to Rick. Bro, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. Shout out to Mad Dog. He said that must not know, Coach. He said Coach is the whole. No, that was Fotex did that on Twitter. He said when I got my first car, I used to tell all the shorties to drop the Addy. See, you know what? You said drop the Addy. That's from I know you probably, I don't know how old you are, fam, but you know my era we wasn't using drop the Addy. So you probably came after me as on pause. You probably a younger brother, but we wasn't saying drop the Addy, fam. We wasn't saying that back then. All right, yeah, man. Hey, it's hilarious though. It's hilarious though. Hey, shout out to Foxy Classy for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Hey, salute to you, sis. Thank you so much for your support. Hey, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. Hey, what you say? Hold on, what the brother say? King baby say. He said you mean with Shakur duck Pitbull. So you think Shakur gonna duck the pit? You think he gonna duck him? Hey, that what you think? Shout out to King baby. You think he gonna duck him, huh? All right. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Hey man, back by popular demand, you got my main man Slick Rick in the building. Let's give him a round of applause. Slick Rick, what's going on? What's going on, baby boy? What's happening?
More importantly, you're alive still.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard about this all over the internet. Everybody's talking about it, and social media. And I'm glad to see you're alive and well. And I hope it stays that way.
I mean, I plan on it.
Now, I'm a little confused. I heard this guy that did this, that threatened you 7 times. He's a cross between an Earl Sexual and a Hamanite. Is that, in other words, he threatened you in the name of Earl, and he threatened you in the name of Haman. So that makes him especially dangerous. This is like I don't know what you'd call it, but like well, I don't know, but he's a little bit of both. That makes him really dangerous. Oh, I don't even know what to call it.
But Errol Spence and Mr. Al Haymon probably don't have anything to do with this. It's just some crazy guys.
Oh, I know.
They don't have anything to do. They don't know these guys. Yeah, they don't know these guys.
I know that. They wouldn't. I know that. I get it. But still, the guy's throwing names around, and he doesn't know what he is. He's an Earl Sexual. He's a Hamanite. So he is what he is. Probably more danger to himself than he is to you.
Hey Rick, what do you think about the WBC mandates? They mandated a bunch of fights last week in the convention. I know you've been through this a lot. What do the mandates mean? Does that mean these fights are gonna actually happen?
Normally about 50 in this era, about 50% of those fights will take place. Mm-hmm. But it looks to me like a few more will take place this time because of the fact that some of the fights are already made. And they're talking about them. They made them as mandatories, which would be like Benavides Plant would be one of them. Yeah. Some of the fights won't happen, but some of them will. I hope all of them happen. They're the only one that's not a good fight. Some people think it is, but Isaac Cruz gets just toyed with by Shakur Stevenson. It's a different league. This ain't Tank Davis standing in front of you throwing punches. This is a guy who's super slick, super smart. His ring IQ's off the charts, and I think it's toyage if they put Isaac Cruz in with him.
The thing is that there's a his father, Isaac Cruz Sr, did an interview on a Hispanic on Hispanic channel, and just all Spanish channel, and he said that they don't want to fight Shakur Stevenson. They're going to petition the WBC not to make that fight. They'd rather fight.
Well, they don't have to petition anybody. They just move on. They don't have. You just don't take the fight. There's nothing to petition.
Right.
So he's probably going to end up with a rematch with Tank because PBC doesn't have any more fighters, any real fighters except for the winner of Frank Martin and Michael Rivera. Why they're even doing that fight, I don't know. Because what they really Michael. It's not mandated by the BC, but they've got Frank Martin and Michael Rivera fighting coming up December 17th. I don't know why they're making that fight. It doesn't make any sense. You need challengers for Tank. So if he goes and fights Cruz now, let's say he fights Cruz next. If he doesn't fight Ryan Garcia, that is. I'm saying if he doesn't.
Right.
But if he doesn't, okay, then you got Michael Rivera, and then you go fight Frank Martin. You're going to run out of challengers real quick if Frank Martin fights Rivera.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not really a smart idea.
But the thing is, they may not. I like next year. We don't know what their network situation is going to look like with Showtime and stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely. That's the $10 million question today.
So do you think that a lot of these fights, because the Caleb, to my understanding from what Caleb Plant said on his Instagram, that fight with him and David Benavidez was signed. They just signed it maybe like a week before the convention, and he said it's going down. So which I'm really happy about. That's a fight that the boxing fans would be excited to see. Two top guys.
That's what you call. That's not the best fighting the best. That's the best available fighting the best available. That's what that's called.
So
and
my thing is those are the top guys that's in that division. There are two of the top guys that's in that division. You know what I mean?
No, right. Well, I agree, but it's not the best fighting the best. The best would be like Canelo fighting Benavidez. So that's the best available. Is what I'm saying. It is the best available.
Right. So do you consider Benavidez as one of the best though?
Oh yeah, absolutely. No question about it.
And I know you consider Caleb Plant as one of the best.
He's a top 5 guy. Yes, top 5. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So if the Isaac Cruz Shakur Stevenson thing, right? If that fight doesn't materialize, so you say you're of the opinion that you see maybe Isaac Cruz going back into a Tank Davis rematch? Yeah,
they've run out of fighters at PBC. Unless he fights Ryan, Tank fights Ryan Garcia. I understand that they're close on that fight. If that happens, there's so many moving parts there between the network. Should probably Showtime, I guess it would be, and then would be DAZN. It would be pay-per-view. So there's a lot of moving parts there. Heyman's lurking, the ultimate obstructionist. So you got a lot of moving parts. You got Floyd having to say yes, and he doesn't have any other stars. So if Tank loses, he's shit out of luck. So,
but Tank is the free agent. But Tank is the free agent though, from what
Frank
he said.
says he would take, but he's still dealing with Al Heyman. He's got a contract with Al Heyman, and Al Heyman's recognizing Floyd as his promoter.
Okay, yeah, because from what I was reading, so if Tank still has a contract with Al Heyman, then he's really not a promoter. I mean, he's not a free agent at all.
No,
which would explain why
in his mind he may be, but he's not.
Right. Because what I was going to say was, okay, if he's a free agent, he can make that fight happen with Ryan Garcia. If they wanted to be on DAZN, he can make that happen. But I've always said that I don't believe he's a free agent. You know what I mean? Because I just didn't believe that. But so
Earl Spence says he's his own boss. How's that working out?
Yeah. We know that. We know all of that is cap. But if Isaac Cruz turns, if let's say he say, well, hey, I don't want to fight Shakur Stevenson. If he come out and say, if he come out himself, no, that's okay. We're going in a new direction. I don't want to fight this guy. I know what my father said, but I'm reiterating what my father said. We don't want to fight this guy. Do you look at that as a duck?
No, not at all. That's not a duck. Because it's if he wanted to fight him, Heyman would probably put the screws to it anyways. So how's it a duck?
Well, you got to let Heyman put the screws to it. If the guy comes out and says, "Hey,
you're right. You're right from the street credibility part, the street credit part, yes. But in the business, that's not really a duck because he's gonna end up fighting Tank if Tank doesn't fight Ryan Garcia. Now, if Tank fights Ryan Garcia, Isaac Cruz might end up fighting the winner of, let's say, Michael Rivera and Frank Martin. Something like that. So. You remember they're always keeping this stuff in house at PBC. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way it works.
Hey, but in defense of the PBC, Top Rank does, even though they do cross promotional fights, I've seen several of them, even the ones in Japan and Europe and stuff like that. But Top Rank, does in-house fights as well.
Yeah, but the difference between Top Rank and Heyman is that Leonard is running around. Leonard and Floyd are running around saying, "Hey, if he's not with PBC, they're not going to get to fight Tank." And you don't hear Shakur Stevenson saying that if you're not with Top Rank, you're not fighting me.
Yeah, that is true.
They're advertising it.
That is true. It's more like, yeah, we're promoting the brand of the PBC, and if you're not over here with us, then you're not getting no fight. Versus, okay, listen, man, why we can't do cross promotion? Like I never seen anything like this, bro. Like I've been watching boxing a long time, and this is just very strange to me. Like it's
part of the Heyman cult. PBC's a cult. It's a Heyman cult, is what it really is. I mean, they don't reach out. I mean, Top Rank made a whole bunch of PBC fighters offers over the years, and everyone turned them down. Some of them didn't even want to hear an offer. Some of them wanted, Keith Thurman want 10 million. Well, he knew he wasn't getting 10 million, so just reach for the sky and have him say no.
So my question is, Keith Thurman did come out publicly and say he wanted $10 million when Crawford was at Top Rank and said to fight him. My question is, did he get $10 million to fight Mario Barrios?
No, I think he got $1.5 billion.
What I'm saying, so like it doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, you wanted 10 million. All right, cool. Did you get 10 million to fight Mario Barrios? No. So why when it comes to this guy, you want 10 million?
Well,
but then when it comes to Mario Barrios, you don't say you want 10 million. Like what? Like
there is a risk and reward scenario. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I know.
But he should have probably gotten $4 million to fight, maybe $3.5 million to $4 million to fight Crawford.
Right.
And he said 10, which is when a guy says 10, you're that far apart, and it's worth 3.5 to 4. You don't even come back with a counter offer. There's no sense. You just move on.
Right. I got you. So what's going to be Shakur Stevenson's options if the WBC the Pitbull fight don't happen? The Pitbull fight don't happen. You say it ain't a duck. So I do get it from a business standpoint.
Well,
but to me,
it is. I get from the street credibility. From the street credibility, it's a duck. But from the business standpoint, because they have. Now, let me just explain. If the Garcia fight happens, and they don't offer him the winner of Martin versus Rivera, then it is a duck.
Yeah.
That's the best way. See.
So, my thing is, where does Shakur Stevenson go from here? If that doesn't happen, I mean, where does he go from here?
He's got a whole bunch of people he can fight at 35. Top Rank's got a lot of guys, so that's not even an issue.
So
they got Lomachenko, they got Haney, they got a deep roster at 135 of guys that would make good fights, and they could also reach out. There's a lot of guys in England that are 35 that are good. There's it's not a hard weight class to find good fighters.
Yeah, absolutely.
And don't forget, Japan's got some guys at 35 that are good. There's some good Japanese fighters that are 135, and ARM has a working relationship with their promoter, Mr. Honda, Tekken Promotions.
Right.
So,
right. And I've seen several Top Rank in not the zone, but Top Rank in matchroom fights that's been promoted together this year. And I'm like, dude, like I say, and I was telling this guy in the chat, he was like, man, Bob Arum do the same thing. I said, bro, no, Bob Arum, they, in defense of Bob, they do cross promotional fights. It just they do a lot, but you don't hear about it because I think the certain YouTube channels that these guys listen to, they don't get that kind of information over there. I'm like, no, bro, like, I can pull up the receipts.
They're not going to admit Bob's doing crossover fights when it doesn't fit their agenda.
When it doesn't fit the agenda, exactly. I mean, that's not true at all. We know what's going on with the PBC. But the thing is this. Now Canelo said that he's coming back in May. A lot of people thought that Canelo wasn't going to come back until September of next year. But Canelo just did it. He just did an interview, and he said his rehab is going well. His scarring tissue has healed up. It's gone now. Whatever. I think when you get a surgery, you have the scab and stuff on there. So he said that he'll be back in May. So Now, this is one thing I wanted to show you. I looked at a calendar that Tom Brown had. He had 6 dates. He had 6 dates locked down. And let me as a matter of fact, Rick, let me show you those dates. He had 6 dates locked down. And now when I went to the calendar, the Nevada State Athletic Commission's calendar, those dates that Tom Brown had in the second half of the year, those dates are gone. The first date they had, Rick, they had January the 7th. This is what Tom Brown have secured at the MGM Grand. Right?
Yeah, that's Garcia and Tank if they make the fight.
Okay, Garcia and Tank. The second date they have is January the 28th, 2023. That's the second date.
I don't know who that's not even.
If those fights are at the MGM Grand in Vegas, is it safe to say those are going to be pay-per-view fights?
No, well, we know Garcia and Tank would be, but I don't know about whatever January 28th is. I don't know.
Okay.
Can't tell you.
They have February the 4th. They have February the 4th. Also, TGB in at the MGM Grand. That's the first. That's the first 2 months, right? First 3 months, and then the second half they have March the 18th, TGB Promotions. Then they have May the 6th, Cinco de Mayo weekend. They had that, right? And then he has September the 16th, which is Mexican. I think that's a Mexican Independence holiday week, right? But when I went to Nevada Athletic Commission site, guess what? Those dates were clear. They didn't have anything on there. So could it be they removed it? It seemed like
maybe they removed it. I don't know. I really don't know. It could be many, many things. I don't know what that particularly stands for.
Okay.
But I will tell you that probable fight that when Canelo comes back will be the winner of John Ryder and Zach Parker.
Yeah. Because
that right now, that fight is coming up. And that fight will be for the WBO interim title. Super middleweight title, and not only is it for the interim, that fighter will be the mandatory for Canelo. So I think he's going to end up fighting that winner of that fight, which I think Parker's going to win, and I think that it'll be Parker versus Canelo, and I don't know if it's going to be over here or in England. That's a stadium fight in England. That's a 95,000 seat, Wembley, something like that. So they could be fighting over there. They could be fighting here. Who knows? But maybe they're not going to fight in Vegas. Maybe if Tom Brown ends up locking down that date, maybe they'll go to Texas with that fight, or they'll go to LA with that fight. Who knows? Don't forget, there's a lot of British in LA.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. This is the thing is, okay, what I see TGB, they have those dates locked down. Well, I don't know if they're locked, but when you look on the Nevada Athletic Commission calendar,
I get it.
They have the first 3 from TGB, but the second half they have nothing there. How does that affect someone like another promoter like a Matchroom, Eddie Hearn, or Bob Arum? Hey, we wanted to do a fight on this date. In the same video.
They've done multiple fights. They've done 2 fight shows on the same night in Vegas. Arum's done ESPN fights at other arenas. PBC did it at the MGM, and maybe it was T-Mobile. But and Top Rank has another show somewhere else the same night in Vegas. It's not uncommon.
Let everybody know what you have coming up. What's going on Thursday for you? Are you at liberty to speak about it or no?
Yeah, I can talk about it. I've been asked and I'm accepted to be on Zoom for 1 hour with called the National Association of Fraud Examiners. Fraud examiners. It's FBI agents, retired FBI agents that are in charge of corporate security for like a little bit like the Marriott Corporation, Pepsi-Cola, Coca-Cola, all those things. They're forensic accountants, FBI agent, U.S. attorneys, and all that. And I've been asked to speak for 1 hour on fraud in sports as a generality. In other words, not necessarily just boxing. It's not anything official that they've asked me. They just invited me to do so, and I've done so. It's not like a subpoena or anything like that. It's just an hour of their association. Their association asked me. It's not an official thing by the FBI or U.S. attorneys or anything like that. If it was like that, I wouldn't have appeared. So, but it's all good.
Yeah, man. I know you're not going to delve too much into the secrets of boxing as it relates to the.
No, it's not the secrets. It's just that there's certain areas that there is things that are not legal, but they're not like robberies, or there are a lot of fraudulent medical exams and stuff like that. That's a big problem, where people forge medical exams and stuff.
You know what? When Ali got cleared to fight Larry Holmes, and I think it was obvious that Muhammad Ali was not well at all. How in the hell were they able to get around the doctors, or how did the doctor clear him to fight?
I'll answer that question. They did not have the medicals at that point in time in 1980 that they had, just a few years later, because of that fight. Was one of the reasons why Nevada adopted medicals, much stricter medicals. And the fight that made New York State was will go to much stricter medicals. In that same time period was Willie Clausen dying in the ring against Wilfred Cyprian. So those two incidents really changed boxing greatly. So there's your answer.
Man, that's crazy, man. So what do you think about this past weekend fight with Montana Love? Did you get a chance to see that fight with Montana Love and Steven Starks?
Of course. I watched every second of it.
Do you think the referee did the right thing, or you think he
absolutely? Well, absolutely did the right thing. He was looking to get disqualified. That's why he did it. He was getting Spark turned out to be a much better fighter than they thought, much bigger fighter. I mean, huge. I mean, it made Spark look like a middleweight. It made the other guy look like a lightweight or a junior lightweight. I mean, it looked like they were 5 weight classes apart. If anybody looked at the fight, it was scary, the difference. Yeah. Well, I mean, it was frightening. I mean, a guy called me up during the fight, and I was watching it on my cell phone because I wasn't home. I was watching it on my cell phone, and he says, "Did you look at the size of this boxing guy? You see the size difference?" I said, "They're 5 weight classes." I said, "Shut up and get off the phone and try to watch the fight." So I hung up, and that was like in the first round. Then the second round, the knockdown, and he never mentally recovered from the knockdown. That doesn't mean that he was concussed. That means more emotionally, and he just was completely discombobulated mentally. Not because he got hit in the chin, just because his ego couldn't take it. And he didn't know how to react and what to do. He didn't have a plan B, and then he got the head clash, and he completely. He went to foul out. He didn't lose his temper. He went to foul out. There was an intentional. That's the reason why the referee never continued the fight. In other words, he didn't take a point away. He knew he was trying to foul out.
Right.
That's what you got. He also thought he was behind on the scorecards, and with that cut, he was thinking, with the cut, he was thinking that he was going to lose on the score. He didn't want to do that, so he'd rather DQ. In his mind, it was more credibility, more cred in his mind, and he did it with intent. And the referee was smart enough to know it, and I think this referee did the right thing. But there's also a misconception about something. Okay, and the misconception is when a guy gets a head clash and there's a cut. Okay. It's not just the cut that's the problem. It's that you've actually got a form of a concussion at that point if your head hits hard enough. And there was a good smack between the two of them, and you are discombobulated when you get hit like that, forehead to forehead. So it's not just the external cut you're looking at. It's what the guy's feeling inside with the pressure on his brain and stuff like that. And that's not a great feeling. So...
Hey, so Rick, I saw it in slow motion. We got Halim down here. He's upset. He's saying that the guy can't hold the boxer's head down. And we saw this, Halim, we saw it a million times yesterday. I put it in slow motion.
Who held whose head down?
No, he was saying that Sparks was holding Montana Love's head down. But I slowed it down. He wasn't. What happened was Montana Love went up under him. He went up under him. He scooted.
Right, and the guy was protecting himself from coming back up with the head. Exactly what happened. Right.
And my thing is, if the guy if Sparks doesn't hold that bottom rope, he could have fell on his neck, shoulder, anything. So if it wasn't for you get what I'm
he
saying?
was pretty acrobatic to land on his feet and have balance and land on his feet, and then you want to climb back in the ring.
Yeah.
I mean, he knew he had that fight won. I mean, he knew it. The referee knew it, and he went to foul out intentionally. I mean, it just shows you that Montana Love's way out of weight class. I mean, he should be maximum of 135 pounds of lightweight, not 140. You saw the size difference between what a real 140 pounder looked like and a guy who's masquerading as 140. Guy should be 35. I mean, he's so short he could be 130, but let's at least go 135. He's definitely in the wrong weight class.
No, he missed weight at 140 though. So hey, shout out to Edwin. Dropping that quarter of a bam double.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not a 35 pounder. That means he's not doing it the right way. He's eating the wrong foods. He's got the wrong diet technician. What's this guy say here? Does Ricky? Oh my God, my wife calls me that. Okay, does Ricky buy the? What's it say? Kool-Aid.
He said by the Kool-Aid, Benedict's drinks,
and thinks the monster always has to clout about. No, I don't think. I don't think Benavidez beats a Canelo. No, absolutely not.
But Mike Tyson said he was a Mexican monster, though.
So Mike Tyson thought he was a monster. Then he fought Holyfield. That didn't turn out too well twice, did it?
Yeah, hey man, don't talk about that, man. I was upset for a whole week about that fight, man. I was like, man, that Holyfield put no paws on Mike. I was like, damn. I was a Mike Tyson fanboy at that time. I was 22 years old.
Well, wait, everybody was. Just because he didn't have good balance and his punches were wide and loopy, don't blame Holyfield.
Hey, Holyfield was headbutting my Mike. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. He was cheating. He was headbutting. No, I'm just joking. Holyfield putting the paws over main man. So how do you see this? I know you have to like the David Benavidez and Caleb Plant fight. I'm really excited about that fight. I'm not going to lie. How do you feel about that fight?
I'm excited about it. It'll get Plant out of the way.
Yeah.
If Benavidez is the monster, he gets Plant out of the way, and hopefully we'll move into a Canelo. Something late next year, we'll move into a Canelo and Benavidez fight. Hopefully, I mean, hopefully.
Well, that's assuming Benavidez beat Sweet Hands, because I'm kind of leaning towards Sweet Hands Plant. Plant reminds me he's like a Money Mayweather mixed with a little bit of Sugar Ray.
Hold it. Come on now. You're getting a little carried away.
All this hate,
Christ.
all this Caleb Plant hate, Listen, Money May mixed with a little bit of Sugar Ray. That's what I think about when I see Caleb Plant. Watching him box, it's like poetry in motion. You see what I'm saying?
More like Booger Ray.
Hey, you want to hate on Booger Ray now? We ain't doing no Booger Ray.
If Floyd heard you mention Caleb Plant's name like a little like Floyd, he fights like Floyd or like Floyd. Man.
Hey, so how do you see the rest of this super middleweight division playing out? Okay, let's assume Caleb Plant. Let's assume David Benavidez beats Caleb Plant. Now, Canelo's going to have someone that he's going to have to fight in May. I mean,
he's going to fight. He'll fight the winner of Zach Parker and John Ryder.
All right. So once he do that, then what? What do you see Canelo possibly going at it in September?
I don't think he's going to fight B-Ball in a rematch. I think I don't care what the weight is. Why would he do that? I mean, his feet are too fast. B-Ball. He's got the style to beat Canelo, and I just don't think it's a good. I wouldn't want to be signing my name off of that rematch if I was involved with Canelo. That's for sure.
Do you think that Canelo could potentially fight the winner of fight his WBC mandatory if that was to come up?
Yeah, sure. I think I think he'll end up fighting Benavidez. I think he will, especially if he looks good against Parker or Ryder. I think he will. Sure.
I'm kind of like if that fight, if he can beat Parker or Ryder in May, and if Canelo and Benavidez were to fight each other, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Like, I've been watching a lot of, just looking at a lot of Canelo fights, some of his fights, and he's an underrated, slick boxer in the pocket. The way he slips shots.
Who is?
Canelo.
Yeah, well, very
Yeah,
much so.
he's a pretty good pocket fighter. Like I'm he's James like Tony. James like Tony was the best pocket fighter I've seen. But I'm saying the way Canelo slips shots, the way he rolls with the punches and stuff like that, and he's always in position. Like he's very poised in the pocket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very,
What about Sonny Edwards on Friday night? Did you see that?
No, I didn't see it, man. I didn't
Oh
see
my
that fight.
God.
I didn't see that fight, Steve.
What a master class. He fought the guy who just moved up from the 108-pound champ. He's now was fighting at 112. He's the mandatory in the IBF for Sonny's title. And Sonny was sensational. Absolutely sensational. So and he was rolling in the pocket just like James Toney, you know, like a clone as far as ability goes. It was great. It was a real master class.
I have to watch that fight, man, because I heard a lot about it. I didn't see it yet, so I have to really look at it and see. All right. Oh yeah, let's clear this up. Because there's a rumor going around that you are one of the partners or affiliated with BLK Prime. Is there any validity truth to that?
Nothing. Zero. Absolutely zero.
This picture that's going around that's been photoshopped on Twitter, that's not true.
What is it? I didn't see it.
No, it's someone they have on Twitter. They have a picture of you standing in front of a BLK Prime backdrop.
Oh no!
And they say that you are
that's Photoshop. That's I've never even been in front of one. I saw that too. I couldn't even remember what you were talking. I go, what the hell? No. I talked to Desmond, the CEO of the company.
Right.
I talked to their operational boxing guy, Sam Katowski, who's a friend.
Yeah.
I have no official association. Do I look forward to doing business with them somewhere down the line? Absolutely. But there's nothing official. I don't work there. I don't own a piece of the company. It's not my money. No, there's no association there. And I'm not proud or disappointed to say that. There is none. You know, it's just that simple.
What do you think about this? What do you think about? And this is now. I'm a fan of the sport of boxing. This is my wish. My thing is this. I said, you know what? We don't know what the situation with the networks are going to be with PBC. You know, right? So if people like Showtime don't have a budget, hey, we're not going to put any money up for your fights. Fox, from what I've heard, they already don't put money up for PBC fights. So let's say going into next year, if I'm a network executive, and I'm not really into boxing, you know, like, hey man, I really don't need you guys, you know, because the other shows that I have bring in a lot of money for me for my subscriber base. But if you want to get my dollars to you know, behind your fights, we want to see the top fighters fight the top fighters, irregardless of what network they're on. So you're not going to give me, if you want me to put my money up, I better see your fighter fighting another top fighter over here, regardless of whether he's with that network or not. That's the only way that you're going to get my money. What do you think about that?
Well, the best way I can put it is I would buy Wilder and Ruiz. If they make the fight, it's going to be on pay-per-view. You know that. Yeah. I would definitely buy it. That's a viable fight. And Plant and Benavidez is a viable fight for pay-per-view. Barely, but it is. It's a good fight and it warrants pay-per-view. Barely, but Wilder and Ruiz definitely warrants pay-per-view. And I don't have a problem with supporting PBC and buying the pay-per-views. If you know, I'm not going to cheat. Because if I get caught, I'll be the laughing stock of professional boxing. If I cheat, if I steal the feed, so I wouldn't do that. I have more pride and class in that. But I would support those type of fights if they were if they were PBC. It's not like I'm only negative on the PBC fights that are on pay-per-view. They shouldn't be on pay-per-view, and maybe even shouldn't have been a fight at all.
Yeah.
You know, like Hellenius and Wilder, you know, was one. Yeah, right. I mean, Charles Martin and Luis Ortiz. I mean, the list goes on. What does this fine gentleman say? Ask Rick what?
He said, ask Rick what new boxing prospects
are like for the future. Well, Top Rank seems to have all of them, to be honest with you. Yeah. What's his name's got a few. Probellum's got a few. Got a whole bunch themselves.
Talking about Richard Schaefer.
Yeah, Richard Schaefer. Yeah, Probellum. They've got a kid named Spencer Wilcox from Canada. He's a really good-looking, real sharp lightweight. They got a junior welterweight up there that I actually represent. I advise. He's managed by by Keith Conley. His name is Arthur Blesnoff. I advise him. And, you know, they've got some really good prospects. You know, he's 11-0 with 9 knockouts. He's a left-handed, aggressive power puncher. He's a Chechen. He was born in Russia, but he's been living in Canada for quite a while now. And, you know, they've got some good prospects, and Top Rank's got a whole ton of them, including Jared Anderson and Raymond Muataya. The list goes on and on at Top Rank. They've got like 20 fighters that are young that can really fight. So
you know what though? You made a valid point. It do seem like Top Rank have all of the young prospects, and bro, like,
yeah, well, so does Pro Bellum, because they've got a lot of members. Pro Bellum's got a lot of Europeans, a lot of fighters from the UK.
Yeah.
So they and they've got that real good. They got the gold medalist from I think he's from Brazil. Can't remember. He's like a 40-pounder. So they've got about 10 to 12 top prospects, and Top Rank's got about 20. That's it. PBC doesn't have any top prospects.
Well, why is that though? Why they don't sign the prospects?
They haven't signed anybody in a long time. They don't have dates for their own fighters. They got it, let alone bring on new fighters. They don't have enough shows, not enough slots. They got too many fighters, and not enough money to go around.
What do you think about Adrian Broner? How I don't know what the situation was, but we know he was PBC for a long time, Al Haymon, stuff like that. How he was able to go over to BLK Prime?
They didn't give him any fights. He hadn't had that fight since that one on Showtime. They kept jerking him off and stuff like that. And he was tired of getting jerked off. You know, it's all right when a woman jerks you off, but not a guy.
So what I'm saying, did Al Haymon just say, you know what, man, I'm gonna let you go?
No, he probably didn't have a contract anymore, or he was saying disparaging things about Al and Showtime, and Al was tired of it and just threw his hands up in the air. Yeah, I don't know, but you know, he's definitely not with Al anymore.
We got a super chat. Shout out to Jason Moan. Hey, okay. Dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy. Hey, Leroy.
Jason Moans is always arguing on Twitter.
Yeah, he's always arguing on Twitter. This guy, Jason Moans, be threatening me too. He said, I just saw your video today. That's crazy. I troll you, but that caller, Money B, was wild. No, you have threatened me also. You told me that you want to do physical harm to me as well. He said, shout out. He said, Rick,
he's making it up for little increments, $10 at a time.
He said, Rick, would you work for Al Haymon if you guys made up from your differences?
No, I'm good. I'll be 65 years old next year in April, and my life is good. I don't need Al Haymon. There's people I would work for, but he wouldn't be one of them. No.
But wait,
I would let him control me. Yeah, forget about it.
Are you past that stage to where you'll work for somebody? You'll probably just work with them, but not work for them.
Right. Exactly. I'm be 65 years old. I've had my own business since I started in boxing in 1991. GlazerBoxing.com turns a profit every year, unlike PBC.
All right, you turn a profit every year. Explain to people how exactly your company works. How are you able to turn a profit?
Well, I broker boxing deals. I get 10%. I broker boxing deals literally all over the world every day. I render advice for $600 an hour. Those are two ways I get income. I broker international television deals. That's a third way I get income. I broker promotional deals. I bring fighters to managers. I bring fighters to promoters. I get a piece. This is what I do all day long. And I've never had a boss in my entire life. Do you think I want to have a boss at what will be age 65 next April? There's some people I would work for because I'm friends with them, and we would have a great understanding one another because they wouldn't be bossing me around and they wouldn't belittle me. But a guy like Haymon, he can't help himself. So he would try to belittle me and stuff, and I wouldn't tolerate that.
So as it relates to the prospects, we have a lot of, like you said, a lot of young prospects. But Top Rank do seem to have all of the prospects. And again,
like I said, Top Rank's got 20, PBC's got 12, Oscar's probably got 8. And Eddie's got probably 12 between Europe and here. When I say prospect, I mean guys with real potential. Just because they're fighters in volume doesn't mean they're prospects. You know what I mean? Just because they're young and have very few fights, that's not a prospect's a guy's going somewhere.
You know, Floyd Mayweather just had a fight on DAZN. I was able to buy the fight on DAZN. I didn't watch it. I didn't buy it, but What do you think about that? You know, this is the narrative now. You know, Floyd Money Mayweather, because his name and his reputation, he let the boxing world know who Al Haymon was from years ago. Saying I would like to thank Al Haymon and such and such, such and such. A lot of fighters. I'm assuming they were Golden Boy fighters, and he took a lot of those fighters that was over there and brought them to the PBC when they formed in 2015.
Right. Well, mind you, just to let you know that that Oscar sued and got $40 million out of Haymon. So there's your answer.
To my Oscar, was it I know Oscar and Top Rank sued. They settled out of court, right? With Top Rank, right?
There's a misunderstanding. There was 3 lawsuits.
Okay.
Aaron sued independently. He got an out of court settlement of millions. I mean, very well. Okay. You could live the rest of your life and have generational wealth. What Arab got out of Haymon. Okay. Oscar filed 2 lawsuits. He won the first one. The second one was dismissed because in the filing of the first one, he couldn't in the out of court settlement. He couldn't sue him again, and he did sue him again because he got another lawyer, and it backfired. They threw it out. But the first time he got $40 million is the point.
That's a lot of money. So what do you think about, and I asked you this before, Floyd Mayweather? I mean, I'm just saying from an optic standpoint, this guy I'm money made. You know, I made all the money, made the most money in boxing. I'm partners with Al Haymon, PBC. We have this big conglomerate. Mayweather Promotions, and yet you see him fighting the exhibition on the zone.
It's one more tale that Showtime's doesn't have the money that they say that they're supposed to have, or the budgeted for boxing. So he had to do what he had to do. Remember something. Remember Leonard. Okay, Booger Ray's. What did he say?
Yeah.
We don't fight on apps.
Yeah, Booger Ray, man. Hey, look here, man. Booger Ray is probably.
You're right. You're right. Technically, Floyd didn't fight on an app. He did an exhibition on an app.
Hey, Al Haymon, I don't know. Was Al able to get a cut of that with Floyd? Or
I have no idea. You're asking me something internal there. I don't know.
Hey, so all right. So now we have a bunch of. We're going into next year. We're going into next year. And look, from the looks of it, it looks like we have some good things coming out of the PBC, Top Rank, and maybe even Matchroom. Do you foresee a lot of these promotional companies coming together more? We know Top Rank and Matchroom cross-promote all the time.
They're going to be, first of all, Pro Bellum. I know that Bam Rodriguez just moved down from 115 to 112.
112.
He's going after the WBO flyweight title. Once he wins that, they're going to do a unification with Pro Bellum. So that's with Sonny Edwards. So that's Pro Bellum. Mm-hmm. That's Mr. Honda, Tekin Promotions, who's actually the promoter of BAM. BAM. Okay, and you've got Eddie Hearn. So you've got 3 promoters working together in concert there. Mm. So yeah, it's the fights are going to come together. They have to. The people want fights. They'll pay for fights. You got to give them a quality product. We haven't been giving them quality products. The quality products are stymied by the great ultimate obstructionist Al Haymon, and the other promoters are getting together making these fights, and PBC's not.
So do you think that what's going to happen is the other promoters are going to say, you know what, we're just going to work together and we're going to leave PBC on that island? And
they're not saying that because they've been working together.
Yeah, they've been working together. Yeah.
So they're not saying that. They've been working together. It's one entity called PBC. Mm. That's the issue.
Yeah. The other promotional companies do work together. And I was explaining this to this guy. I think his name was James Lee. He has a perception that none of these guys. I think the thing is, because if you don't follow other fights and other fighters, you won't know. If you only follow like one company, again, yeah, you got to come over there. You have to come over there to make the fights and this and that and yada yada yada. And these other guys ain't working with nobody when that's simply not true. When I have facts and receipts that show the total
It's a really
opposite.
funny thing.
Yeah.
This is how pro the LDBCers are. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead. Yes, sir.
They'll talk about third-rate PBC heavyweights that are with Heyman that aren't even black, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But they never mentioned Jared Anderson, the number one heavyweight prospect in America. Why? Because he's with Arab.
He's with Arab. He's with Arab. He's with him. And
it's comical. These people are. It's comical. I mean, it's just. It's unbelievable that they don't even mention. You go on those shows, they never even mention Jared Anderson. He's with the white man. That's what they're screaming.
Yeah, well, it depends. They don't say that about Devin Haney. Devin Haney is with Bob Arum, but they don't say that with Devin Haney because Bill Haney gives those guys interviews, so they don't. That's why they don't do that.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So
Correct.
I never seen a situation where we have people who I don't call these guys boxing fans. That you are fans of promotional companies, and
they're Haymanites.
And if you're
they're
going to be a fan.
They're LDBCers. That's what they are. They're not boxing fans. Wilderettes.
If you're going to be
don't
fans,
forget the Agenda Crew. Don't forget the Agenda Crew.
Yeah. I'm not even talking about them right now, but you're 100% correct. But my thing is, I've never seen bruh. So you don't know any fighters in the featherweight division. You don't know any fighters in different divisions. So you automatically dismiss anything or anybody that doesn't fit the narrative. So you don't have a boxing criteria. It's not based on boxing skill set, stuff like that, level of competition. It's based
I had my phone number up on Friday. Was it Friday? Yeah, Friday. I had my phone number up on Twitter. Anybody could call me for, I believe it was an hour and a half, but I actually ended up to be with so many calls. It was 2.5 hours I was on with various people. One guy called me up. And he said to me, I don't watch nothing but PBC. I don't like what you say. I said, are you mad at me? Well, not really mad at you, but, you talk bad about PBC. I said, let me ask you a question. Do you know anything? And he says, PBC is the bad. Do you know what's happening at Matchroom or Top Rank or any of these other companies? Golden Boy? What do you mean? I said, well, you know about their fights? No. Why? Well, I don't watch them. I said, okay. You don't watch him. So he doesn't really know what's going on. He's just a PBC guy. Now, I asked him if he bought the pay-per-views, and he goes, no, I steal it.
You jumping ahead of me, Rick. This is the thing that kills me. You talk all of this, I call it Wakanda talk, and you do all this aerosexualing and all this stuff there, and yada, 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 yada. You don't even buy the fights. So my thing is, the energy that you put behind capping for PBC fighters, why your dollars doesn't match that? Wilder sold 77,000 pay-per-view buys against Robert Helenius. But you would think that if you listen to these guys argue, debate, threaten you, saying they would kill you, take your life online over fighters that they never seen before, never met, don't know their phone number, don't know how to get in contact with them, you would think that these guys will be spending money supporting their fighters that they cap for. They don't even support their fighters. They just come on here.
I'd spend more money supporting their fighters than they do.
Like, I have emails I can show you. I bought Spence Ugas, pay for that. I bought Wilder Fury, pay for that. What other pay they did this year? I think PBC did a couple of
well, hold it. You didn't pay for you didn't do the unthinkable. You didn't pay for Luis Ortiz and what's his name?
No, hell no. I didn't pay for Luis Ortiz. I didn't against Charles Martin or Andy Ruiz, and I didn't pay for Luis Ortiz versus no, I didn't pay for Keith Thurman. I didn't pay for Keith Thurman versus Mario Barnes. I didn't pay for that shit at all. I knew what time it was.
Okay, with that. Thank God. I was gonna have your sanity checked at the door.
Oh, you know what it was? I did pay for I paid for Caleb Plant and Canelo. I paid for that fight.
Oh yeah, I did.
I paid for that fight. Yeah.
I did. I was proud to pay for that. I couldn't wait to put down my money to see Caleb Plant get the shit kicked out of him.
Hey, Drummer says Tank Pitbull. No, I didn't pay for Tank Pitbull because I didn't think highly of Pitbull. I saw like 7 of his fights. He had slow footwork. He was fighting a bunch of tomato cans. He doesn't know how to throw a jab. I was sure that Tank was going to destroy this guy within 3 rounds, and lo and behold, I was wrong. I was totally wrong on that. So
well,
that's why I didn't buy it.
You were wrong because Tank is so overrated. You had the other guy covered right. Tank was so overrated.
No, you know what? I have my criticism of Tank, but I won't say he's overrated. I would say that I think Tank is a phenomenal fighter, but because of the politics that his promotional company plays, we're not able to see how good Tank is because he's not going to fight any of the top guys because of his allegiance to who he's with. He's with Al Heyman and he was with Floyd and stuff like that. So I don't see that myself. You get what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to Bless 365. Thank you so much, sis, for renewing your membership. Rick, what do you think about now? I'm looking at next year because we are in the last quarter of the year. This year is almost over with. So next year, what do you want to see from boxing?
I'll give you an idea how much this year is over with for boxing. You can't even plan it. You can't even put on a show between now and the end of the year because it's too short a notice now. So if it ain't on the books now, already planned, it ain't happening.
Okay, on the books now, it's not happening.
No.
What do you see? What do you see? The we have Chocolatito versus Estrada coming up. I love that fight. Chocolatito is one of my favorite fighters. I love that.
Come on. I mean, who wouldn't love that fight? But the LDBCers and the Haymanites, they're not going to like because Al doesn't have anything to do with it, and there's no black fighter in there. What's Jason Moan saying again? Did he donate another $9.99?
Yeah, he did.
Jeez.
Shout out to Jason Moan. Dropping that half for
Super chat.
on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Jason Moan says that he say fire show. Sometimes I disagree with Coach and Rick. He said sometimes I agree with Coach and Rick. Have changed my mindset. In all honesty, you guys are unbiased, and my opinions were biased towards my favorite fighters. Respect. All right, shout out to Jason Moan. Shout out to Jason Moan.
That takes balls to admit.
Yeah. What do you see the heavyweight division? Anthony Joshua's not a champion anymore. He lost to Usyk twice. Tyson Fury's fighting Del Boy, Derek Chisora in December. What do you see the heavyweight division landscape for next year?
What I hope?
Or what do you want to see? What do you want to see?
I mean, everybody's going to want to see Usyk and Fury, but does Usyk fight Hlavovic first? Is IBF mandatory? I don't know. But I see Fury and sometime next year, Fury and Usyk getting together for the big fight. Yeah, and it won't be in America, and it probably won't be in the UK. It'll probably be in Saudi Arabia. I'm thinking, or Abu Dhabi, something like that. But Qatar, maybe, but it won't be in the United States. That will be guaranteed, and it 99% it won't be in Great Britain.
What do you see the heavyweight division at in America?
I see Jared Anderson moving up relatively quickly this year, and I think he'll fight 3 times this year. And I think by the time of the end of the year comes around, he'll be a real, he'll be in a great position to, in 2024, they're going to position him in case Fury retires, if he does.
Right.
I just think he's he's real tight with Fury. And I know Fury likes him a lot as a person, and he likes Fury a lot. And I think Jared Anderson's the next great American heavyweight, unless there's something, unless he doesn't have a great chin or doesn't have the gumption, the survival part, But as far as ability goes, charm, good looks, great personality, he's it.
So. Bro, I'm thinking of, and I don't want nobody thinking I'm banging on the PBC, but I'm thinking about the PBC roster, and I'm like, man, some of these guys are getting older. They're fading out. They only have maybe a couple of good fights in them, and some of those guys, no one really know who they are. A lot of the fighters in boxing, period. But my thing is, okay, if you're not getting any of the young prospects, so that gets rid of the future. It seems like Bob M and Probellum, Top Rank and Probellum, they're locking down the younger fighters. They have the future, right? So if you have a roster full of aging fighters, old fighters, I mean, how are you going to spark
There's
interest?
nothing. Let me put it this way: there's nothing about PBC today that would spell anybody to want to buy into the company and put up $100 million or something like that, or $50 million. There's nothing appetizing about it. Their financials are bad. They're $900 million in debt as a corporation. To White Reed, which is now Maguire of Australia.
Right.
They don't have up and coming fighters. All their welterweights are basically aging now, except for Stan Jonas, who's really not promoted by them. He's promoted by Probellum. He's got to deal with PBC, right?
So
that's true. They have all their welterweights are their top guys. You know, they don't have Ennis right now. They may end up with Ennis. They don't have Ennis officially. He's been working with them with no contracts.
Yeah, he's with the Coopers, right? I think.
No.
He has a promoter. Yeah, I was just reading it the other day.
Cameron Duncan has been his promoter, but I don't know if he's still going to be with them anymore or if they've already split. But he still hasn't signed with PBC, Heyman, Tom Brown. He's got a deal directly with Showtime.
Okay. Shout out to Bless 365. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Bless said y'all better leave Jason Mones alone. That's a little bro. Shout out to Jason Mones. Dropping that.
Again, he put up another.
Hey,
Now it's 1990. Oh my God.
Playtime's over, boy.
Jason Mones
This
said.
guy's got me. This Jason Mones got me excited.
He said this for Bless and Coach. He said this is for Bless and Coach. I've always been a supporter. I'm tired of trolling now. Okay, all right. He said he's tired of trolling.
Hey, you've converted one. You got about 10,000 to go, Coach.
I don't know. I got one saying want to put a bullet in me, so we'll see. Shout out
He's
to
got a bullet with your name on it, Coach.
Hey man, that's what he say. But this is the thing. This is the thing, though, right? I'm not gonna lie, Rick. We got some pretty good fights this year. I have been critical of certain fighters like Jamal Charlo, Jaime Mugia, Demetrius Andrade. It's just certain fighters that that just been underwhelming for me. And I don't hate any of these fighters. I really like these fighters. It's just that what happens is when I have high expectations of a fighter that everyone is telling me is a monster, is a hell of a fighter, and I don't see that fighter living up to those expectations, and it seems like he's moving a certain way, the opposite of what he's putting out there from his rhetoric, I have a right to criticize.
I'm going to answer this question for you. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to answer my own question.
Okay.
If Jamal Charlo, who hasn't fought in 17 months.
You mean Jamal Charlo?
Okay. Jamal, the 160, MALL, right. He hasn't fought in 17 months, right? Next month it'll be 18, and there's no fight scheduled. Okay. So you take him and all these PBC fighters that fight once, they're happy fighting once a year. Let's say Gary Russell is still a champion. If Top Rank wanted to sign him, those idiots would insist on 2 fights a year, even though Heyman's only given him 1.
Right.
And they've accepted 1 fight for 7 years. Think about that.
So,
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear exactly what you're saying. So, how do you see? I'm not gonna lie, man. Oh yeah, that's what I want. That's what I wanted to tell you. Crawford is fighting David Avenesian. What I didn't know was David Avenesian is promoted by Frank Warren.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So there's something that David Avenesian manager said. He said, "Listen, everything with BLK Prime is official." He said that he said something about they got some of their money up front deposited. He said we would not get involved in the situation if it wasn't real. He said that Frank Warren would not allow us to get involved with a situation that's not real. So if Frank Warren has something to do with it, you can best believe that everything is real with the money and everything. We have all of our T's crossed and our I's dotted. So he cleared that up. I was like, because there was a lot of propaganda about this BLK Prime, this is fake. A lot of people who didn't like Crawford were saying this, but David Avenesian's manager said, no, everything is straight. And I do see that the arena is almost sold out. They had like 10,000 tickets sold already, 9,500 or 10,000 tickets sold already for where they're fighting at in Omaha, Nebraska. So Yeah, but anyways, I was just shocked about that. You know, just I didn't know that David Avenesian was promoted by Frank Warren, and I'm like, hey man, well Frank been in the business a long time. He's not going to get involved in anything that's fugazi if it's not right. Shout out to Bless 365.
Hey, okay.
Well,
Go ahead.
just to let you know, Neil Marsh is a friend of mine. I've done business with him. Okay, he's a very nice guy. That's the manager, David Azamanian. I know Frank Warren well. He's a legendary figure in boxing. He's a Hall of Famer. And yeah, they wouldn't get involved. Those guys would not get involved unless it was real. They're both 2 seasoned professionals. So yeah, it's definitely going to happen. I mean, I don't see it not happening.
Yeah, everything is going to plan. So we're looking at the landscape. I know you said that you had something that you know you got going on this Thursday. I'm looking at the way people are structured. Different promotional companies in boxing are structured. So, you know, Bob Arum is what 100 years, they're damn near 100 years old. Him and Don King. Oh yeah, how was Don? How was Don? I heard Don went to hospital.
Don's all right. Don's all right. He just had a little something wrong, minor. So thank God. Don already turned 91 on August 20th. This December 8th, Bob turns 91. Bob's going along every day. He's got shows all over the world. The first Haney fight in Australia, Haney versus Gambosis, he went there for Devin.
Yeah.
So
twice. He went there twice.
Oh, did he go the second? I didn't know if he went the second time, right? I didn't pay that much attention the second time. But to be perfectly frank with you, you know, Bob's Bob. He's a legendary, iconic figure in boxing, in world boxing, and in American history. Let's face it. I mean, he coined one of the greatest lines of all time. Yesterday's line, and today I'm telling the truth.
Today I'm telling the truth.
You can't beat that.
And him and Don King, only in America, baby. Like Don, hey, look, why you know Don King very well. You know, I know you said he was like a mentor of yours too, right? And you're Don a real good friend.
Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So what? Because I love Don King, but you know he got a bad reputation for ripping off his fighters. And my thing is this here. This is my thing, right? Why does Don King smile all the time? He seemed like he was always happy, always jovial. You know, he has a big personality.
He came from the hard scrabble background he came from on the streets.
Yeah,
his father got killed in a steel factory. Got killed in a steel factory.
Yeah.
And if you came up the way Don did, and you're living at age what it was, you know, and you live in the American dream, that you overcame all your shortcomings in the beginnings of your life and you became out on top. Everybody should be smiling, and he is smiling. That's why he says only in America, and that's what he's all about. He's proved anybody can do it. Not anybody be a boxing promoter, but anybody be successful. Because whoever thought that Don King would be with kings and queens all over the world and emperors, and it's amazing. I mean, I've got Don King stories that I could write a book on, but you know, as I told Don, I would never do. But just some absolutely hysterical stories. Just absolutely, you won't even believe some of this stuff. I've seen it for myself. I mean, it's absolutely crazy.
Do you think that, and I want you to try to understand what I'm saying, do you think that Don King and Bob Arum help make each other better promoters by being adversaries?
I told both of them that. I told them both of them rose to a higher level because of the immense competition from each other. And they wouldn't be publicly as well known if they didn't have each other, because they drove each other to new heights. Of course. They set the standard between the two of them. They kept trying to one up the other one. The fierce rivalry worked, and it worked for boxing because they put some mega fights on together. I mean, the list is endless.
Shout out to Bless 365. Hey, okay. Dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Bless say, let little bro get a wrench. He's been born again, man. Hey, Rick, I'm going to let you go in a few minutes. Hold on. I'm going to get these super chats out of the way. Shout out to Jason Moan. Hey, okay. Dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Yeah, this is strange.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Jason Moan said, one of my family members passed away. It made me realize things. I support your channel from day one. Otherwise, I would never donate. I'm going to back you up. in Nebraska. I got your back. He's talking about Bless. He's talking to Bless as well. Yeah, salute, fam, salute. Rick, you've been here for an hour, man. I really appreciate you coming by. What do you think about the rest of the year? You know what do you have planned coming up going into next year with your business?
Nothing more than what I do every day: supply quality supplemental services to the boxing business globally for what will be 32 years, January 1st. That's what I do. I don't do anything big and I don't do anything small. It just sort of like the days blend in, and it just, I do my deals every month. I do average 16 deals a month, and that's what I do. It's I don't average a lot of money per deal, but I make it up in the volume, and I have no overhead. I run my whole business on 365 dollars a year. So everybody's got a cell phone today. You can't count that, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's got a tablet. You can't count that, right? Even though it's their tax write-offs. But if you look at it, between the international calling plan that I have, that's $15 a month, so it's $180 a year. And then you look at my other few expenses that I have, the accountant, how much more he charged me being business than a person, and everything comes up to $300 with the pad. I buy one set of yellow legal pads a year. So $365 a year to run a business. And because of low overhead, my big mouth and my tenacity, I'm 24/7, 365. I make a living in boxing. I mean, if I was sleeping a lot, or if I didn't have it was diligent, or I had employees, I couldn't be doing what I'm doing. I do everything myself, and I make a profit. That's what I do. I'm good at it.
Rick, is there anything you want to say, man, before I let you go?
I just want to say that my Twitter handle is at Real Rick Glazer 1. There's a whole bunch of fake Rick Glazer accounts out there, but this one has about, 5,400 followers. The other ones only have a couple hundred. I think one of them's got 1,500, but the real one has 5,300. I answer all boxing questions for you if you follow. And it's at Real Rick Glazer 1. And if I'm not on here between now and Thanksgiving, I'd like to wish everybody at least a happy Thanksgiving to you and your families. If I am on before then, well, we'll do it again. But if I'm not on, he'll have me on. Coach will have me on after Thanksgiving sometime. But at least have a happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
All right, man. Salute, man. And peace to everybody, man. Man, shout out to Rick Glazer, man. Salute, brother. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Rick Glazer, man. Yeah, baby. And I'm trying to talk to Rick and look in the chat. You guys are hilarious, bro. You guys, I'm trying to keep from laughing. Hey, Jason Mones, man. I'm sorry you had somebody pass away in your family, bro. I really do apologize about that. Sorry about that. Shout out to Jason Mones.
Hey, okay.
Who's dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
What you say? You say this for Bless. She supported and changed me. Okay, all right. So what you saying, Jason? You've been saved. You've been. Hey, Marty Key he said Coach Malachi Tabernacle Mondays. Hey, you know what? I was Hey, shout out to my brother Rockman. Rockman, what's going on, brother? This is my Muslim brother right here, man. Rockman, what's going on, my brother? He said, Jason Mones, use your many accounts to get the likes up. Bro, y'all. Bro, you know how hard it was for me. Pause. How hard it was for me to keep from laughing while I'm trying to ask Rick questions, bro. I was trying to keep. Bro, y'all funny. Bro, I'm done. I'm done. I said I had to bless. Every time in that corner, I was bam, done on you, boy. Hey, bro.
Super chat.
Hey, I'm done.
Received.
I'm done.
Playtime's over, boy.
Hey, I'm done, bro. That one right there was all. Hey, so she said, damn, y'all so petty. I thought I was petty. I was like, hey, I told y'all I had got baptized twice. I told y'all I had got baptized twice, right? When I was when I grew up, I was in the church. When I grew up, I was in the church, and I grew up in the Baptist church. I went to First Baptist Church, right on Willow Avenue in West Tampa, right? I got baptized in the baptism pool, and then I got baptized in Tampa. There was this church that was right across the street from the housing project. There's a housing project called Robles Park, and right down on Central and Lake Avenue, there was a church right there. And I went to that church. It was more like a Pentecostal church. There was more like holy roly. Used to like get the Holy Ghost and get at the altar and tarry and all that stuff there. So I came up in that church as well with my Aunt May, and my Aunt May passed away. And I got baptized in the Hillsborough River, in the Bay. In the Bay. This is a true story, in the Bay. So I got baptized twice. I got baptized in the baptism pool, and I got baptized in the Bay Area, right in the ocean, right? And guess what? I still turned out bad in the motherfucker. So y'all saying Jason don't been baptized, huh? Jason see the light now. We don't put the olive oil on his forehead. You know, in the South, we say we put the olive oil on your forehead. We put some of that good oil on your forehead. If you told any older person in Tampa, right, in Florida, whether it's Miami, I lived in Miami about 20 years, Miami, Orlando, anywhere throughout Florida, right? This how these country black folks talk, right? We talk to the older ones. Yeah, we put a little bit of oil on his forehead, put some of that oil on there. So you said he been anointed. He been anointed. We put some of that oil on there that you can buy from the grocery store. And they rubbed it on Jason's forehead. You say Jason don't see the light, huh?
True.
Hey, drummer say he been anointed. The anointing. Hey, what do you say? Hey, the one Mr. Ham said the anointing oil. Hey, you know what? Hey, all jokes aside, right? I used to think that oil was very, very special for real. I didn't realize that was just a regular virgin olive oil that you can buy from the grocery store.
True.
Man, hey, I thought that was some special kind of oil, right? I'm like, man, this some shit. I didn't know when I got older. I didn't realize. Wait a minute, this some virgin olive oil that you can buy from the grocery store. I thought this was some special. Rub it on your forehead. I went up there and Mother Moreland. Damn, I forgot her. Her husband was a deacon. The woman, his wife was the pastor, and the husband was a deacon. I forgot his name. Damn, I forgot his name. My Aunt May said, going up there, boy, going up there. And you better get the Holy Ghost. You better catch it too. So I went up there, tried to catch the Holy Ghost, man. They put some oil on my forehead, put some of that good oil on my forehead. You know what I mean? They massaged it in, and they grabbed me in the back of the head, right? And he was saying some scriptures and saying something, right? And I wasn't feeling nothing. I'm dead. I wasn't feeling nothing, dog. I'm like, man, I don't feel it. You get what I'm saying? So I was trying to get it, right? I was trying to catch it. And then what happened was, so I just said, fuck it. He was pushing on my head real hard. And everybody was screaming because I was a bad kid growing up. And everybody was screaming like, damn, all of the women, they were screaming like, yes, the Lord is releasing them demons up out of them, right? And so I just went ahead and laid down. And when I was laying there, I had my eyes closed. And I'm like, damn, I laid there for like 5 minutes. This is a true story. I laid there for this is like 1985. I laid there for like 9 minutes, right? No, about 5 minutes. I don't feel nothing. Everybody screaming like, yes, Lord, yes. I had to do that. About 5 minutes, I had to got up and walk back to the bench and walk back to the, the chairs and stuff, right? Man, I ain't feel a goddamn thing. I ain't feel like, hey, that's how I knew it was some bullshit. I say, this some bullshit. At 11 years old, I knew what it was. I knew what it was at 11 years old. Hey, check this out. Hold on. It's something I wanted to talk to y'all about. I don't know if you guys knew, right? Remember the guy, what was his name? I think his name was Gerald. Gerald DeLuise. Gerald DeLuise. You guys know Gerald DeLuise as Paulie. Remember the guy Paulie that was on Rocky? Remember Paulie? Remember Paulie that was on Rocky, guys? Well, he was an actual boxer. I don't know if you guys know that. Everybody in the chat, I don't know if you guys know that. He was a real boxer for real. You see what I'm saying? He fought in the Marines. Anybody in the chat? He fought in the Marines. I think he had like 35, 36 fights in the Marines. He also he was I know you guys remember Customato, Mike Tyson's old trainer. Customato, he was trained by Customato as well. He went 17-0 under Customato. Like he was a real like boxer for real. You see what I'm saying? He fought what the guy named that Ali fought twice. Damn, what that guy named? Damn, I wish I had blood boxing on here. He was from Canada. What Bruce Gass said? He was from Canada. George Chuvalo. He fought George Chuvalo. If you guys don't know who George Chuvalo is, he fought Ali twice. I think he fought Ali twice. I think he fought George Foreman. He fought Frazier. He fought Foreman. Ali twice. He fought Frazier. And he fought what's Customato's other heavyweight champion he had? Floyd Patterson. He fought Floyd Patterson. I didn't even know that guy, Paulie, in the movie Rocky, he was a real boxer for real. He was a real boxer for real. I didn't even know that. Yeah, that's his smile back. George Chuvalo. Yeah, George Chuvalo. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, yeah, I didn't, you know what I mean? I didn't even know that. What you say, Query? No. We got it. We got George Chuvalo. It was George Chuvalo. I didn't even know that though. I didn't even know that he was a real boxer. And Customato was he went 17-0 undercuts. I didn't even know that, bro. Because like when you don't know an actor's backstory, when you don't know their backstory, you just see them in that character and you think that they are who that character is. They kind of like been type, what do they call it? Call it typecast or something like that. But yeah, this dude here, like this dude can really fight. This dude can really fight, bro. Like listen, he'll put them paws on you for real. I'm just saying, like he'll really put them paws on you. Hey, we need we gotta get the likes up, man. Damn, we got over 400 people in here. We need 70 more likes, man. We need 70 more likes to get to 300. We need 70 more likes. Shout out to Marlon. What you say? What you say? I'm young Ash. Didn't know Paulie off Rocky. Really had them hands for real. Yeah, hey, bro. Hey, Marlon, check this out, bro. I was shocked too. I was doing some research. I'm like, damn, this dude here. I'm looking at some pictures of him, right? I saw some old pictures of him. I'm like, no, this dude there has some real hands. And what you say, smile back if you're ugly. You say Burt Young was great on the episode of the Sopranos too. Okay. Yeah. I'm for real though, bro. Like, yeah, he had them hands, bro. He had them hands though. He had them hands for real. I'm like, bro, like, Customato, he trained him. I was listening to Blood Boxing, right? Check this out, guys. I was listening to Blood Boxing. This for all the old heads out there. I'm listening to Blood Boxing, right? It's something that he said. It's something that he said about Ali. And he's right. He's right. When I went back and look, we're talking about Ali in his prime. I think the 70s version of Ali, he wasn't in his prime in the 70s. Ali was in his prime in the 60s. When in the 60s, before he got his license stripped for 3.5 years for not going to the war, Vietnam War and stuff like that. That's when he was in his prime. The 70s version of Ali, he was more flat-footed. He didn't have the quickness and speed that he had. Of course, he wasn't training like he used to when he was younger, because we know Ali hated training and stuff like that. But he was still kicking ass and winning fights. But it's something that Blood Boxing said, and I'm like, he's 1,000% correct. When you look at Ali, you look at two different eras. You look at the 60s version of Ali and then the 70s version of Ali. I don't even count the 80s. I don't count the 80s. Shout out to Jason Mones.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that half of Bam Dub your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Jason Mones said, this is for all of the trolling to make up for your time. He said, you're an educated dude who articulates eloquently. You know what you're doing. I'm done with the super chats. All right, shout out to Jason Mones, man. Shout out to Jason Mones. I appreciate that, fam. Listen, check it out though. Yeah, Ben, what you say? Ben Gunn, what you say, fam? You say James Toney played Joe Frazier in 2001 film Ali. Yeah, that's true. Lights out, baby. Lights out. Bruh, it's amazing that you mentioned James Toney. You know James Toney is one of my favorite fighters of all time, for real though.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
like for real, hands down, bro. Like, and I tell you guys time and time again, bro. If you want to see what a slick, you know that term, not a slick black fighter, a slick black fighter, or just a slick fighter in general. Because we hear the term slick black fighter, but a slick black fighter is someone. James Toney is a slick black fighter. A slick fighter, I'm gonna tell you, a slick fighter is someone who know how to slip, bob and weave in the pocket, how to block, catch, how to block and catch shots, catch and shoot, block with the shoulder, slip in the pocket, come back and always be in a position to counter, slip again, come back and be in a position to counter again, knows how to shift his upper body. That's a slick fighter. Devin Haney, the way he fights, that won't be considered a slick black fighter. That's not slick black. Slick black fighter is James Lights Out Tony. I'm gonna tell you another variation of a slick fighter. My guy. The great Salvador Sanchez. Fought beautiful in the pocket with his in and out game. And when he backs up in the shoulder roll. He catches. Listen. That motherfucker there, man. RIP, man, to the legend, man, Salvador Sanchez. Listen, so when Salvador Sanchez pull out of the pocket, if he pulls straight back, he's in the angle, he'll catch your punch with the shoulder roll, he'll catch it with the shoulder, and then he'll jump right back in for the attack. A perfect example, and I'm not, what you say, AI, you say Hopkins slicker than Tony? Hell no. Bernard Hopkins ain't nowhere near slick as James Toney. Hell no. Nah. And listen, AI, I like B-Hop. I like B-Hop now, but hell no. Hopkins ain't slicker than James Toney. No, hell no. But my thing is that's a slick fighter. I like fighters who know how to fight in the pocket. Like know how to fight in the pocket. You got people who are fighting in the pocket, but they don't necessarily know how to fight in the pocket. What did you say, Roy Jones? No, Roy Jones was not a slick black fighter. Roy Jones was a very gifted fighter. Roy Jones was something else, but he wasn't. There was nothing slick about his style. He just had a great athleticism. He was quick. He hit hard. Roy Jones is more of a very well unorthodox fighter. He was so unorthodox that there were things that Roy Jones did in boxing that you would never tell a fighter to do. Leaping left hook. Roy Jones used to hit you with leaping left hooks and stuff like that. He was fast enough and quick enough to get away with that. But a boxing trainer always said, you never leap with a left hook. You never leap with a hook, man. Leave your feet with a hook. You say Boots. Boots is a good fighter. I won't categorize him as a slick fighter. A slick fighter. Oh, you know what? I got to dang. Why y'all ain't say nothing, man? Damn. Why y'all ain't tell me I got to drop the phone number, bro? Sorry about that. I got to drop the phone number. Damn, sorry about that. Damn, I'm sitting. You guys got me running my mouth. And damn, sorry about that. I'll call it. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, coach. This is AJ from France. Long time. Just happened to hear I didn't get to see the entire part of Rick commenting on all the bouts up coming up, but I just wanted to share something about Cruz versus Shakur Stevenson. The thing is, why should Isaac Cruz take this fire matchup in the first place is what I was thinking after it was ordered by the WBC. Had it been a title fight, it makes a lot more sense for Isaac Cruz to even give a try. But otherwise, when it is a title eliminator, I don't see no reason as to why he should be fighting Shakur Stevenson of all people. With Isaac already having lost against Tank Davis, probably a rematch with Tank Davis could be lucrative. But otherwise, it is better for him to gain the championship, get the championship from one of the 4 sanctioning bodies. Not the WBC, but the other 3 sanctioning bodies, and then maybe. Again, another round of unification battle or something like that with Shakur Stevenson could be some way of doing this. Because, as you're told many times before, boxers today are not up to fight against fight against opponents of caliber, actually. So, he's too young, and at the same time, another loss in a span of 1.5 years would be detrimental for his career as well. So, I do, of course, he is ducking, no doubt about it. But at the same time, like, everybody wants a standing in the sport for a really long time. And I think it is a good decision from Isaac Cruz's side's end. But his dad asking for, a fight to be made against Lomachenko is absurd. Of course, that's always there. But otherwise, yeah, he should be taking the WBO route or a rematch with Tank Davis and something like that. So I don't see it being a wrong decision from their end. They're doing their best to stay relevant and things like that. But yeah, as fans, we are not getting the fights that we want. But what I see happening in the lightweight is after Devin Haney, Lomachenko happens sometime in February or March. I think Devin Haney will win that and he would vacate.
Okay.
So we could probably see Shakur Stevenson and Lomachenko. But is it the question to you, which I would like to pose is it wrong from Isaac Cruz's end to think in a way that, is it wrong from his part to say that, no, I would not fight Shakur Stevenson right now because I'm coming off a loss. I need to gain the title and then maybe a fight with Shakur Stevenson. I think that's reasonable because that's what a boxer who needs to stay relevant, because this sport is not just about fighting and things like that. It's about money making and having relevance as well at the end.
All right.
So it's not wrong is what I feel, but what do you think?
All right, yeah, I'll answer that question once I get you off the phone. Yeah, I'm gonna answer right now. Shout out to AJ for France. Thank you so much for calling in, my brother. Thank you for calling in. Yeah, I think if he turns down the mandatory to fight Shakur Stevenson, he's ducking. That's my opinion. I know Rick didn't agree with that, but I disagree with Rick on that. That's a duck move. He's coming off a 2-win winning streak. If he wants to fight for a title, this is the eliminator. Other than that, if he don't fight Shakur for the title of the eliminator, then that doesn't put him in a position to fight for a belt in the first place. And you still got to go through a top ranked fighter in order to get the belt, the WBC belt anyways. He said that he wanted to fight Lomachenko instead. So, and that fight is not going to happen because Lomachenko is going to fight Devin Haney for undisputed. So, that's just the way I see it. That's the way I see it. If there was any other fighter, we'll say they duck it. If Demetrius Andrade did not want to fight his mandatory Janabek, all of us said he was ducking. So we can't say that Demetrius Andrade is ducking his mandatory or someone he was mandated to fight if in one breath, but then turn around and say that, okay, Isaac Cruz, he not ducking. You get what I'm saying? So I can't go for that. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up? It's O from Cali.
O from Cali. Talk to me.
Yeah, I don't think Cruz wants this fight, but to be honest, it's up to Shakur Stevenson and Bobby Arum. Because I do think that Shakur Stevenson is the new Loma. He's going to receive special privilege into navigating his career how he wants to. Now, with that being said, Shakur Stevenson being the new Loma, I'm going to keep it going. Shakur Stevenson dealt Devin Haney. And I say that because his last fight at 135 or 130, he's never missed weight. But this time, before going to 135, he missed his weight and given a chance to remake weight, which probably he couldn't, but he didn't even try. He loses the belt on the scale. Mm-hmm. The belts could have been used to go directly for Haney at 135. He could have jumped Loma and fought Haney, but I don't think he wanted it. I think he want to move to 135 and take the fights he wants to take. Him and Bob Arum choose. But that's all I have to say.
All right, shout out to O from Cali. Salute, fam. Rodney Carter he said, do you think Pernell Whitaker was slick? Hell yeah. Pernell Whitaker was one of the slickest. Pernell Whitaker was one of the slickest pocket fighters in boxing. He could fight in the pocket and out the pocket. But I remember I interviewed dang, what my main man name is, man. What the trainer is, man. He learned on the Fudge. He learned him and Ronnie Shields used to train together. They learned on the Georgie Benton. Sorry about that, Georgie Benton. Damn, I forgot the dude name, man. The trainer, man. He trained Mike Tyson before. Black dude, brother, man. Man, I forgot his name, man. I interviewed that brother twice. I had him on this show as well. When he trained Pernell Whitaker, he said the best. Yeah, Brooks, Tommy Brooks. That's who it was. Bruce Gaston. Hey, thanks for letting me know. Tommy Brooks. Brooks said, he said the best fighter he's ever trained was Pernell Whitaker. He said, man, this dude right here was so good. He said Pernell, and that's for anybody who don't know Pernell Whitaker. Pernell Whitaker, he'll sit right in front of you. Right in front of you. You can throw 3, 4, 5 shots. He'll slip every last one of your punches. Come back and hit you with a 2, 3 punch combination. Pull your shorts down. He'll pull your boxing trunks down and get out of there before you can land a punch. That's how good he was.
True.
We talking about 135 Pernell Whitaker, undisputed champion. That dude right there was a bad boy, bro. Pernell Whitaker was a bad boy. He boxed circles around Julio Cesar Chavez, and I like Chavez. I hated him back then, but I like Chavez. And they said it was a draw. Like, bro, Pernell Whitaker, yeah, he was that. Bro, like when I tell people, man, study like inside fighters and stuff like that, man, Pernell. Now was one brother, AI said the same thing. AI said something that was true. He said them brothers fighting in the pocket, like James Toney, they became slurring their speech and stuff like that. And, you know, that is true because if you look at the pocket fighters who fought in the pocket, well, Vander Holyfield, Riddick Bowe lives right here in Tampa with me. Riddick Bowe, Big Daddy Bowe, those guys, they have slurred speech. You are right about that, AI. You are right about that. You make a valid point, fam. You make a valid point. That and then coupled with, you know, those guys fighting too long. Like someone like Ali, he didn't fight in the pocket, but he fought too long. And in the 70s, he wasn't the same fight he was in the 60s. You see what I'm saying? So you guys get what I'm saying? They took a lot of punishment. Somebody like a Floyd Mayweather, you know, when he was Pretty Boy Floyd, he didn't take no punishment at all because he was just so physically more gifted than everyone else. He was just physically more. Shout out to Jaime Rivera. What'd you say, Coach? Pernell Whitaker, top 3 for me for slick fighters. Yeah, Pernell, James Lightstop, Tony, those guys right there. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I like Chocolatito in the pocket as well. I'm saying now. I like you know what? Shakur Stevenson fights in the pocket as well. Shakur Stevenson can fight in the pocket as well. He has those twitch muscles, and he's really good at once he sit on his shots. You know, because he's so quick, like he's so quick with his upper body movement. That guy right there, he ain't no Pernell Whitaker, nothing like that. But it's just fighters that I see right now, Canelo Alvarez, he's a good pocket fighter, bro. He's a good pocket. Like if you see how he slip shots and roll with him and shit, like that dude, he's pretty good, bro. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? This is the inevitable. Asa, D Block, D Town, D City, Baltimore. Stand up.
It's the inevitable.
What Coach? How's Florida doing for you, man? Everybody okay up there in Florida?
Yeah, man. Everybody Gucci, man. Everything Gucci.
Even one time, right? He all right now. He pretty happy knowing that he's gonna get that championship fight if he gets it. So like I say, he had to get a little money, get a little pesos to Suleiman and say, look, I got you. Errol Spence probably fuming right now. You don't want to fight him, Coach. You know that.
Hey, but what's going on
now?
What you want to get to?
All right, Coach. My bad. So, question one, Coach. All these people, they be hating on my boy, and like you said, we're not here to pick favoritism. But at the end of the day, somebody got to come up here and slice the bread and say, I'm cutting this bullshit out. All right? Haney is legitimate. He's a great boxer, technical boxer, great boxer, of course. Lomachenko, same way. We got Shakur Stevenson, great boxer. I mean, the guy does everything phenomenal, right? But then a lot of people be hating on them, right? Mm-hmm. Because they can't knock nobody out. But then we talking about right now, Pernell Whitaker. We talking about Floyd Mayweather, even though Floyd, Pretty Boy, yeah, he knocked your ass out when he wanted to, right?
Pretty boy,
just like Diego Corrales.
Yeah, Pretty Boy Floyd was a monster.
And that's where I tell you, Coach, the hypocrisy is where people just love to hate. They love to hate right now at these days. They want to pick, and I know what you're going to say, Coach, but here comes D-Block for your boy, Tank Davis. Mm. All right? Yes, Tank Davis, everybody loves him because he knocked everybody out. But, man, that boy got too many flaws in his game. Even though you don't say it, you don't see it, Coach. I see it. I really do see it. Just like everybody else sees flaws with Munguia, with Charlo, and everybody else. I see the flaws where technically a sharpened, technical, good fighter can beat that type of style that Tank Davis gives you. What do you think about that, Coach? Give me your. Well, I want a response out of that. That people people hating just on Lomachenko, Devin Haney, and Shakur Stevenson, but they're not hating on Floyd Mayweather and the way their style is kind of similar to a certain degree, and Pernell Whitaker?
No,
what do you think, Coach?
No, I think the hate goes around evenly. I mean, it just depends on, like, the people do hate on Floyd a lot. They hate on Floyd. They'll hate on Shakur. They'll hate on. I mean, I'm not saying to that degree, but Devin Haney, Tank Davis. I mean, all of those fighters get hate. You know what I mean, from different fan bases and stuff like that. I think it's pretty much spread around. To be honest with you, some may get a little bit more hate than others, but yeah, I think all of them get the hate. To be honest with you, to be fair.
Okay. And one more thing, and that's it, because I know we got to wrap it up. Do you really think if Vernon Forrest would have still been alive today, do you think, because he was a welterweight, and I love that fight when he fought Sugar Shane Mosley. Right? Because remember, Sugar Shane Mosley was undefeated. And this was yes. Do you think at the end of the day, I think they fought in their amateurs. Do you think that Vernon Forrest, even though we say this all the time, Coach, we're talking about old school fighters, that Vernon Forrest would have beaten Floyd Money Mayweather? That's all I got to say, Coach. Hopefully, give me an answer. D-Block, D-Town, D-City, in the hood, baby.
Yeah. The answer is no. The answer is no. I don't think Vernon Forrest would have beat you say if he would have beat Floyd Money Mayweather? Because I'm thinking about Pretty Boy Floyd. Pretty Boy Floyd, I don't see Vernon Forrest beating the Pretty Boy Floyd. He was good. He was a good fighter, but I don't see that at all. Money Mayweather, that's a tough one, bro. That's a tough one. Money May, that's a tough one there. Vernon Forrest was good. And Money Mayweather, we're not talking about Pretty Boy Floyd. We're talking about Money Mayweather. Damn, that's a tough. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think if I was to look at it, Money Mayweather was pretty good as well. But he wasn't Pretty Boy Floyd. Pretty Boy Floyd wasn't that. For Pretty Boy Floyd, definitely no. I'll probably say no. I say no. I was thinking about you guys know I love Azuma Nelson, right? My favorite Mexican fighter of all time is not Azuma Nelson, Salvador Sanchez. But Azuma Nelson is one of the greats, one of my favorite fighters. And I want to say when this was back in, I think maybe it was, when was this? Because I was 8 years old. Probably like the summer of '82. When Salvador Sanchez fought Azuma Nelson. When they fought, and I think Azuma Nelson was a late replacement, if I don't remember, if my memory serves me right. I think Salvador Sanchez was going to fight a guy by the name of Mario. I forgot his last name. He was going to fight Mario, but Azuma Nelson was a late replacement from Ghana. He was a Don King fighter as well, and that fight was was a classic. That fight was a classic. That was kind of like a homecoming for Salvador Sanchez. Hold on, let me respond. Let me respond to some of the people in the chat, man. Shout out to Dr. Paul Evans. Salute, fam. I remember when Salvador Sanchez fought Rafael Gomez, Puerto Rico versus Mexico. Puerto Rico versus Mexico. I remember that right there, man. If you want to see some good slick fighting, man, let me tell you something, bro. That fight right there was, woo, Lord have mercy. Bro, the way Salvador Sanchez was dipping in and out. And I think Rafael Gomez was like, he had a perfect knockout streak or something like that, right? Bro, let me tell you something. Bro, the way he was dipping in and out, the footwork in the pocket, while he was fighting in the pocket, and then come back out with the shoulder roll, and then when you throw your punch, he block it, he'll jump right back in there. What we saw this past weekend, now I'm not comparing this guy to Salvador Sanchez. I would never do any blasphemy like that. Yeah, Kuba Kerr, you're right. Duran versus Barkley, that's one of my favorite fights of all time. Roberto Duran versus Barkley, and Marvelous Marvin Hagler versus John the Beast Mugabe. Two of my favorite fighters. Yeah, Willie Pep. Hey, Fotex, Willie Pep and Nicolino Loche was some damn good damn good defensive fighters. Willie Pep probably was one of the best fighters on bro. Let's put that on. Let's see. Willie Pep, Nicolino Loche. Sugar Ray Robinson, number one for me. Sugar Ray Robinson. Ray Robinson can fight any style. He can fight on the inside. He can fight mid range. He can fight on the outside. He can fight, he can fight in the pocket, of course. He can fight, Ray Robinson. Ray Robinson had many different styles. Whatever style you want, he can do that. Shit. Archie Moore. Can't forget about Archie Moore, the Mongoose. Archie Moore. Can't forget about Archie Moore now. That was a bad mofo right there, boy. Archie Moore. Bro, we know we gotta do. You know what we gotta do? We gotta do it. He said Rocky Marciano. I had that JT. He said Rocky Marciano. Rocky Marciano.
What about Rocky Marciano? Oh, there they go. There they go. Every time I start talking about boxing, a white man got to pull Rocky Marciano out their ass. That's the one. That's the one. Rocky Marciano. Rocky Marciano. Let me tell you something wonderful. Rocky Marciano was good, but compared to Joe Louis, Rocky Marciano ain't shit. He beat Joe Louis's ass.
Oh, there y'all go, boy. There y'all go. There y'all go. Every time I get to talk about boxing.
True.
Hey, shout out to Nigel Hines. What did say, family? Say Ezra Charles. Yeah, Ezra Charles. I forgot all about him. Let's write him down. Ezra Charles. See, I gotta have some of the old school cats. You know what I mean? Who are older than me, like Bruce Gas and stuff. Who can really, we need to do a show with Bruce Gas, blood boxing, scrapbook boxing, beats. Hold on, let me write this down so I don't forget. Blood boxing. I got. This gonna be a classic. This gonna be a classic right here. Blood boxing. We gotta get beats on here. We gotta get scrapbook boxing. I mean, these are the real boxing channels. I mean, my boxing channel is good, but to be honest with you guys, like these guys are the best to me. Like to me, blood boxing, beats, scrapbook. These guys know they're very, 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 very boxing IQ. If I'm on the panel with them, I sit back and listen and take notes. And I'm on the panel with the guys like this. Bruce Gas. Yeah. I'll probably get there's some guys out of the UK I'm gonna tell you who I would get out of the UK. Punch Perfect Boxing. That young man right there he know his stuff in boxing. Boxing gyms, get boxing gyms as well. He's really good at breaking down fight film. Boxing gyms, Punch Perfect Boxing. Yeah. Yeah, none of the TMZ shit. Like, I won't get the TMZ. Now, if I want to talk about pulling up and threatening people and, and I got shooters and all that stuff there, we already know who those channels are. But I'm talking about the channels who, like, hold on, I'm gonna tell you somebody else. I'm gonna tell you, hold on, there's a couple of dudes I can tell you about. Damn, D-Style know his stuff real good. D-Style Boxing, G-Funky. Can't forget about G-Funky as well. D-Style and G-Funky. They know they stuff. They know they stuff pretty good. Like, I just want to do a panel with these guys. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, Halim said Rick Glazer. Yeah, but I'm just talking about a panel. Just with the YouTubers, the people who really know their stuff. You get what I'm saying? There's another one I'm missing out of the UK as well. Damn, that's another one out of the UK I'm missing. Fuck, I forgot. There's another one out of the UK I'm missing. He said, Coach, you didn't mention 780 Trill. For what? No shit about no goddamn box. Oh, yeah, Ring IQ, my main man Jules. Yeah. My main man Jules, Ring IQ. Yeah, Ring IQ. Absolutely. My main man Jules, he, like, yeah. I kind of like to get the historians, like the historian guys, stuff like that. Absolutely. Like, all jokes aside. Yeah, Kurt Sugar, man. RIP to Kurt Sugar, man. RIP to Kurt Sugar. I kind of like the dudes. I'm talking about like boxing historians. I'm talking about like boxing, like guys who we could talk about We could talk about the 50s. We could talk about the 60s. You know what I mean? That's before my time. But we could talk about those things and talk about some of the old school fighters and break down the styles. You know, the inside fight game. How certain styles have evolved over the years, and like some of the boxing styles that you see today. How can you compare that to some of the old school fighters, and where this fighter in today's time, how he can, if he can implement like certain things in the pocket from a lights out Tony or Archie Moore. Look, bro, Archie, let me tell you something, bro. Archie Moore was a mother, bro. Archie Moore was a mother. Yeah, I got beats on here already. I got beats already. I got beats. And scrapbook. What you say? JB said Shakur beats Tank easy. It ain't gonna be nothing about that. It ain't gonna be nothing easy about that, fam. Ain't gonna be nothing easy about that. You get what I'm saying though? Like, bro, like for real though. For real, I kind of like, you get what I'm saying? We definitely gonna have a show on that because I'm kind of like more into that. And my brother Blood brought me a bunch of magazines, man, Ring magazines. I read like 3 of them already. Just a bunch of stuff from like, I'm talking about Ring from the 70s, from the 60s, from the 80s and 90s. You know what I mean? Yeah, Carlos Monzon was a bad boy. Carlos Monzon was a bad boy, man. Carlos Monzon was a bad boy. Shit, but Marvin Hagler, you already know, Premier Whitaker, but I want to talk about like kind of like the older fighters, You get what I'm saying? The older fighters who paid the way for that. You say Coach Ryan versus Ricky Hatton. I don't know. I don't know because I really don't know what Ryan Garcia have, man. Because he don't talk to no, he ain't really fought nobody, so he ain't really fought nobody. You get what I'm saying? What you say, RM? You said Miguel Cotto was great and slick. Yeah, Miguel Cotto was a damn good fighter. Absolutely. Miguel Cotto was a damn good fighter. Really, really good. Miguel Cotto. I would say Salvador Sanchez was a bad mofo. Sad he died. Yeah, he died young. I think Salvador Sanchez died. He died in 1982, man. He was only 20-something years old. You know what I mean? Like Rafael Gomez. I think Rafael Gomez, when great Puerto Rican legend, when him and Salvador Sanchez fought, I think Rafael Gomez was I think he had like 25 KOs or something like that. 20-something KOs. And then but he moved. I think he moved up in weight to fight Salvador Sanchez. And when he did that, like Salvador Sanchez beat him easy. He beat Rafael Gomez easy. It was a 15-rounder, and I think he stopped him in the 7th or 8th. Probably like the 7th or 8th. Hey, what you say, Coach? Archie Moore had a long record too. Yeah. Listen, Archie Moore, bro, like it took him years before he got a shot at the title. You remember, the Mafia was kind of in control, right? A lot back then. Bro, like Archie Moore was old as hell by the time he got, and he was still good. He was still good, bro. Jeff Luciano, what you say? You say Jack Dempsey was an animal. Yeah, Jack Dempsey was good too. Jack Dempsey was good as well. Jack Dempsey was good. He was a good fighter. I'm gonna tell you something else, Jeff. The reason why, what you say Crawford versus Pryor. I'm gonna have to go with Pryor on that. I'm gonna have to go with the Hulk on that. Pryor the Hulk, Aaron the Hulk Pryor. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Pryor on that. I'm gonna go with Pryor on that. I'll go with Pryor knocking Crawford out. I like Crawford, but I don't like him like that. I am just saying though.
True.
I like Crawford. I don't like him like that. Now, not against Aaron the Hulk Pryor now. Yeah, man. I'm just saying. Shout out to Bruce Gas in the building. What to say, Bruce? You say let's do it, Coach. Yeah, we gotta do that. Just sit back and talk some old school boxing, just some throwback boxing, man. Hey, AI, what you say, fam? You say Archie Moore had like 200 KOs. He always said put punch English on your punches. Meaning punch. He say punch with a twist upon impact. Yeah, you got to turn with that. They call that turning. You got to turn with it when you throw it. He said he knocked down Rocky Marciano. Yeah, yes sir. Archie Moore, like when you talk about the greats, you don't really hear a whole lot about Archie Moore. Archie Moore was a bad mofo, bro. Yeah, Alexis Arguello. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely. You hit the nail right on the head, fam. You hit the nail right on the head, bro. Bro, like, bro, let me tell you something, man. When I saw Salvador, hold on. Hold on. Let me respond to some people in the chat. Let me respond to some people in the chat. When I became a huge fan of Azuma Nelson when he fought Salvador Sanchez. Salvador Sanchez took that fight as a late replacement, and he stopped him in the 15th round. Azuma Nelson went 15 rounds with Salvador Sanchez. He got dropped like in the 9th or 10th round, but he went 15 rounds with Salvador Sanchez. And Azuma Nelson only had 13 professional fights at the time. Think about that. True. Troy Graham in the building, man. Salute, Troy. Hey, let's get the lights up, man. Y'all, let's get the lights up, man. God, hey, we need 15 more lights to get to 300, man. We need 15 lights to get to 300. Troy Graham, salute, fam. Salute to my brother, Troy. Yeah, man. You get what I'm saying? That's when I fell in love. That's when I fell in love with doggone, that's when I fell in love with Salvador Sanchez. I was like, man, this is a bad motherfucker here, man. You know, this dude right here, man. And let me tell you something. These fighters today, I say this time and time again, these fighters today are soft. You can say what you want to say, but these fighters are not built like those fighters of old. Some of them are, but now it's just too much. It's just too much fronting like you're a fighter. Like these guys today, not all of them, but some of them, they front like they're world-class fighters. In the lighterweight divisions, they're fighting in the lighterweight divisions. You know what I mean? But a lot of these dudes, they front like they world-class fighters, man. They get hurt, you know, like they don't have the toughness from a mentality standpoint that the old school fighters have. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello, Coach?
Yes, sir.
Hi, this is Eric from California.
Eric from California, talk to me.
Coach, I just had a question. Yeah, I'm sure you heard of Pitbull Cruz, the boxer who got,
oh, yeah,
who fought,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I just had a question. Well, I mean, why is it that when he fought that fight at the ring, I'm sure his team was seeing that, he was fighting dirty. I mean, I'm sure he wasn't feeling very well, because you can tell, obviously, because I saw the full fight.
Which fight are we talking about again? Just to clarify.
The one when he got hurt by that boxer who played, who boxed dirty with him. I forgot his name.
I'm saying which fight are we talking about though?
Pitbull Cruz.
Yeah, Pitbull Cruz.
Cruz.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay.
Yeah. I just want to know. I mean, how come they didn't do anything to stop the fight, or him himself didn't just smart enough to be like, you know what, this is not fair. He's fighting very, very dirty, and now he's at where he's at. I mean, unfortunately, he's the way he is right now. But I mean, what went on there in that fight? How come they didn't stop it or anything?
I don't know, man. Like,
I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest with you, fam. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why they let that fight continue. I have no idea. I don't have an answer for that, fam. I just don't. I don't have an answer for that.
All right. Yeah, I just wanted to know that. I just want to see if you. But
right.
Okay.
Shout out
Coach.
to Eric from California,
Thank
man.
you.
Salute, fam. I'm just being honest with you, fam. Like, I have a problem with fighters saying they're cut from the old cloth, right? And I have no problem with a fighter saying that, but you can't tell me you cut from the old cloth, but you're not moving like the old cloth. You get what I'm saying? That's what I have a problem with. I remember what? I remember Zuma Nelson fought Pernell Whitaker. I think they fought like in 1989. 1990. I think they fought in 1990. That right there. What you say, Calzaghe? You know what? Hey, Halim, I'm gonna be honest with you, fam. I kind of looked. I wasn't a huge Joe Calzaghe fan. I didn't appreciate Calzaghe until later on. Because I didn't realize how good he was, how good Calzaghe was. You get what I'm saying? I'm just being honest with you. You gotta understand, I was going through my pro-black phase at the time as well. So, You know, I was the alphabet boys before they even became into an existence, to be honest with you. But yeah, so because I get Joe Calzaghe was good, man. He was good, bro. He was good, bro. What you say, Boxing Jim? You said I thought it was on retaliation, if I remember correctly. Yeah. You say James Toney versus Mike McCallum won. Yeah, I think that was, James Toney and Mike McCallum were sparring partners. I think that fight ended up in the draw. What you say, pound for pound king? You say they all say they're old school, but somehow this is the era of ducks. Hey man, true. It's so hard, boy. It's so hard, boy. You know what I mean? I remember watching Zuma Nelson fight Mario Martinez. I don't know if you guys remember that fight, Mario Martinez. I remember that fight as well. Hold on. Hey, Quinn, say. Oh, Quinn, don't throw that, do the napalm bomb in there. Shot fired. Hey, Quinn, shout out to Quinn. Hey, okay. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Some random say facts. Quinn say Calzaghe overrated. Hey, hey Quinn, you got to. True. Quinn say, some random say facts. Hey, you know what? Hey, Quinn.
Shut that soft ass shit up. And the best man to win. That's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got to. Man, shut that soft ass shit up.
Hey, Quinn. You know what, Quinn? You got to. Quit say, man, fuck that shit. That motherfucker was overrated. Y'all always talking about some goddamn Calzaghe. He was the great white hope. He was overrated. He wasn't all that. He fought Roy. Roy was 72 years old when he fought Roy. B Hop was 85 when he fought him. He fought everybody he fought was past their prime when he fought him. Quit, man. Hey, quit, man. Hey. Troy say Zuma Nelson versus French 1 and 2. Hey, man, listen, man. Bro, listen. We gotta have some on. We definitely gotta have some on. I gotta get these guys on here, man, so we can talk some old school boxing, man. As a matter of fact, that's on my to-do list to reach out to everybody on this list right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know what? I might need to do a panel. Maybe like a panel with like maybe the first 3 or 4, and then do another panel with the other 4. Because that's 9 people I have, and it might be a couple of more, but I don't know if I can get everybody, all 9 on at the same time. It might be kind of hard to do that. You get what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Hey, shout out to Bada King. You said they get a territorial hurt, coach. Hey, nobody he said if you're gonna hate on Calzaghe, better not be an Andre Ward fan because he did everything Ward did and more. Hey man, all I'm saying, family. Y'all. Hey, can we all just get along? Man. That's all I'm saying. God damn, man. God damn. Hey, we need 10 more likes to get over 300, dog. We need 10 more likes to get over 300, fam. Hey, what did he say? Hey, Quinn say, he said, I gotta have one Wakanda. He say, I gotta have one Wakanda. Be fair. Hey, man, Quinn say, man, fuck that. I don't give a damn about no goddamn goddamn Calzaghe. He ain't fought nobody. You know what I mean? Hey, shout out to Rockman. He said Calzaghe waited a long time to come to the USA. Hey, you know what though? Check it out though. Rockman, that go 2 ways though. That go 2 ways. Because those other guys could have went overseas and fought Calzaghe as well. Roy and B Hop could have went over there, but to be fair, Roy and B Hop didn't have to go over there because hey, they were beating everybody. In their country, and they're like Calzaghe was going to stay overseas, but they could have went over there though. They could have went over there and fought him, but they wanted to fight him. You get what I'm saying? So I kind of look at it that way as well, Rockman. They could have went over there if Roy and B Hop felt like that they can beat those guys, they can beat them. They could have said, "Man, I'm finna go overseas to your country and beat you." You know what I mean? They could have did that. I mean, I gotta be fair with it and look at it that way. Shout out to AI. He said exactly. Kazagi, too many flurries for Canelo to handle. You know, Kazagi had a high work rate too. He had a high work rate too. Shout out to Troy. He said, "Coach, plug your boy Ellie in the corner doing his R. Kelly impressions." hey, yeah, man. What you say, King KO? You say in his prime, Roy Jones would have dog walk Kazagi. Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Roy Jones in his prime, but Roy didn't fight him in his prime. It's two sides. Hey, King KO, it's two sides of the coin. We listen. It's two sides of the coin. Hold on, let me pick this coin up. Hold on. And where's that? It's two. Hold on, guys. There's two sides of the coin that we're arguing. You know what I mean? Like, we're arguing heads and we're arguing tails. You get what I'm saying? You can say, yeah, you're right about that. Rockman is right. Yeah, man, he waited too long to come to the USA. But the flip side, Roy and them could have went over there to the UK and fought him. They didn't. You know what I mean? So, shout out to Davey. He said a lot of Mexican. He said a lot of Mexican from Mexico don't claim Oscar. No, they don't. They don't. I remember when Oscar De La Hoya beat Julio Cesar Chavez, everybody in Mexico turned against him. They did not like Oscar De La Hoya anymore. They said he really wasn't Mexican. He was a gringo. Oscar was from East LA. He talked white. He talked more like a white man, like an average white guy, an American white guy, white man. He was the golden boy. He had the looks and stuff like that. So the Mexican boxing fans turned on Oscar when he beat Julio Cesar Chavez. When he beat Chavez, that was it. He said, Coach, you got Pernell Whitaker versus Emmanuel Gus. Pernell. That's an easy answer for me. Sweet Pea. Shout out to His Grace. You say, are we really basing Joe's career off a win against Jeff Lacey? Listen, all I'm saying, fam, is this. Hold on, AI, what you say? You say absolutely. Prime Roy beats Kazagi, but Prime Kazagi beats today's 168 pounders. Rockman, what you say, fam? You say both UK and US were competitive from 154 pounds to 160 for a minute. Yeah, you hit the nail right on the head, fam. You damn sure right about that. You damn sure right about that, fam. Very, very competitive. Very competitive. You damn sure right about that. Shout out to Joe Rogers. You say I'm not any Kazagi fan either, but just like you, I was all for the brothers, only to realize that he beat two of my favorite fighters. Hey Joe, check this out. But I was mad at him in the mud, boy. When Joe Kazagi beat doggone Roy Jones, man, I was mad at him. And Roy had no dropped them too. Roy had no dropped them like in the first and then like second or third round, something like that. I'm like, yeah, man, it's gonna be easy work for Roy Jones. And then Kazagi just outworked him. Kazagi had a high work rate. I was mad at him because I had my Black Power. I had my Black Power hat on at the time too. And I think I had an African patch. Remember back in the day, we used to wear them African patches. Like in the 80s, we used to wear the African patches and stuff like that, right? And I had one of those, man, I was mad at him. Didn't want to give a man no credit because he was white. Didn't want to give a man no credit because he was white. That's how silly I was. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is Quentin Gilliam. Quentin Gilliam, Q-Dog from Baltimore. What up, y'all?
Quentin from Beatmore, talk to me.
Yo, Kawasaki with some bullshit, yo. Yo, and I don't understand, yo, like, I ain't no young dude. I'm 42, and I remember him fighting Roy Jones, and I remember when that fight was time, I was like, yo, Roy Jones old as shit. He can't fight him. Bernard Hopkins old as shit. He can't fight him. He fought, like, he beat Mikhail Kessler, Jeff Lacey, Manfredo, some other bums. He really is. He ain't like that. And I'm not just hating. I know I'm Wakanda. I know I'm a pro-black dude. They ain't like that, yo. Just like Marciano. Rocky Marciano. Mob controlled boxing back then in the 50s. He was a paisano, and they took care of him, yo. But it took several dives, yo. Joe Louis was 162 years old. That's a fact.
Hey, you right about Marciano.
Yo, that was mob. I keep telling people, mob controlled boxing. Now, they don't know. People I work with in casuals, they don't know about that. They white, of course. Casuals. I said mob and controlled boxing was something crazy, and they don't know about that, yo. They don't know nothing about boxing. Calzaghe, some bullshit, yo. People, and coach, you gotta start checking people, man. People be saying stuff. Some fool actually said that Pro Calzaghe will beat today's 168. He'll beat Benavidez. He'll beat Canelo. What? And you letting them say this dumb shit?
Yeah, but you know what though, man? The Calzaghe wasn't a bad fighter, bro. Like he had a high engine, a high work rate, and I don't like comparing.
Yeah.
Like I don't like comparing like the old school to the new to today's fighters because it was a different criteria and stuff like that. But this is the problem. The problem is. A lot of these guys, they don't fight each other, so I really don't know how good Benavidez is. I don't know. And the only criterion in that weight division, the guy who's the creme de la creme is Canelo Alvarez. But I think Calzaghe will give Canelo a run for his money, bro. Like he wasn't a bad fighter, bro. He wasn't a bad fighter at all, bro. When you look at his skill set, look at his high work rate, he always outworked every fighter that he got in front of. He never had stamina issues. He wasn't a great puncher, but you know, he wasn't
Caleb Plant. He Caleb Plant and threw them little flurries that really didn't do nothing except for old people he fought. You know, he Caleb Plant, man. Like whatever, yo. Yo, him versus and I you know Wakanda, I do not like what's his name? Canelo. But Canelo will knock him out at any point of his life.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Man. I disagree with you on that, fan. Cause I don't think Canelo would have knocked him out. Be honest with you.
Man, check these casuals, yo. Totally, and that detail, the inevitable. Man, tell our fool Pete take name out his mouth.
All right, man. Shout out to Quentin, man. Salute, fam.
Peace.
Hey. I didn't know Joe Calzaghe was gonna break up so much records today.
We the Charlo twins. We known for calling everybody out.
Please call these people out. Listen, the whole world's looking at you. Call these people out.
What's up? It's the Jamal the Hitman Charlo. Let's get it. Who won it?
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Mexican monster.
Mello.
Man, you know what? I was thinking about when this was, I want to say 1983, 1984, when Azuma Nelson fought Rafael Gomez. I was 10 years old when that fight happened. And I think Azuma Nelson knocked him out, if I'm not mistaken. I think he knocked him out. You know what I mean? I see you in the chat, fam. I see you in the chat. I got the chat right here, and I had the chat right there. Hold on. Yeah, man. Carter, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, this is Banks. I'm from Dallas. I want to just make a quick comment, Coach, on this Joe Calzaghe and Roy Jones shit.
Yes, sir.
Let's just keep it. Let's just keep it a buck. We all believe if Lennox Lewis fought Tyson when in his prime, Tyson would have mollywopped him. Mm. We all feel that, but that didn't happen. Right. So it isn't Lennox Lewis' fault that he had a longer prime than Tyson. Yeah. And the same thing with Roy Jones Jr. and with Joe Calzaghe. Roy is 53. Joe Calzaghe is 50. 3-year difference. They both start boxing around the same time. Mm. Like you said earlier, he had plenty of time to go overseas to fight Joe to prove Joe ain't shit, if that's how he felt. Yeah. But he didn't do that. And, of course, in Roy Prime, he would have smoked Joe. Everybody feel that way. But Joe had a longer prime than Roy. So we're going to knock Joe for having a longer prime than Roy? No, man. Yeah. Just let the shit be what it is. But let me say this, too. Everybody's favorite fighters out there talking about that they old school. man, these niggas ain't old school. These niggas need to sit their ass down somewhere, man.
Yes,
it ain't nothing but got a handful of fighters that if you put the shit on the table, they'll sign it no matter who the fuck it is. It's only a handful of fighters out here doing that. And another thing that pisses me off about these fighters today, these motherfucking fighters don't fight number 1 or 2 times a year. What kind of shit is that? Now I'm gonna tell you, I'm not the biggest fan of Canelo by any stretch. But this motherfucker will give you 4 fights in a year versus Terrence Crawford to give you 1 fight in a year and a half.
1 fight a
so
year.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Crawford fight.
What the fuck?
Crawford been fighting once a year for the past 4 years, 4 or 5 years. And these are the facts. There's a lot of fighters like that. Jamal Charlo, he fight once a year, and he won't be back until next year sometime. And this is what I say.
You goddamn right. That's another nigga. Even though he's from Texas, I don't give a fuck because he's from Texas. This nigga, he ain't fought nobody. So let's just keep it a buck on that too. He ain't fought nobody.
There's a lot of fighters. Jaime Mugiel, I can think of. Jaime Mugiel fights more regular than a lot of guys, but he ain't fighting nobody. He's the can opener, opening up the tomato can. So, and Banks, and this is what I say, fam. Before I let you go, the reason why I don't like to compare the old school guys to today's fighters, because the criteria was different then. Those guys fought more, they fought longer, and I don't even want to compare them to the 15-round fighters when you have to fight 15 rounds, like Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvelous Hagler, Roberto Duran, Ray Robinson, Willie Pelt, you know what I mean? Nicolino Loche, Salvador Sanchez, Zuma Nelson. That's a different criteria. I can't even compare these dudes to that. Different criteria. Those guys fought more. They fought through injuries. Some of them. They fought. Ray Robinson fought motherfuckers. He fought a dude. I keep forgetting the brother's name. One classic fight. It was a close fight. People were saying that Ray should have lost that fight. They rematched 3 weeks later. Now I'm not saying I was wise to do that, but I'm saying the criteria is different now. These fighters are not as active enough, and they get hurt more. And you got all this. You got the strength and conditioning coach. You got your own personal shelf. You got all these different things. The sports medicine and sports science has evolved so much, but these fighters are injured a lot more. They fight less, and I can't compare them, bro. Hey, but Banks, thank you so much, brother, for calling in. I appreciate you. Thank you, fam. Shout out to Banks calling from Dallas, Texas, man. Y'all get what I'm saying? It's just the criteria is different, dog. The criteria is different. I don't like comparing these fighters. The criteria is different, man. Criteria is different, man. You know, it is what it is, man. That's how I see it, man. Hey, you ought to know what time of TI is, man. It is what you say, Nick Rich say Sugar Ray Leonard. She loves Sugar Ray now. She loves us some Sugar Ray now. She loves Sugar Ray.
You wish you could work it the way I do, but you can't. You're begging me not to leave you, and I refuse to let you go.
It is what it is, but first of all, man, my main man, Johnny Rice, man. Johnny Rice, what you got to say, baby boy?
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and saying Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me? I'm about to
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican Monster.
Yes, sir, it is what it is.
Oh, Lord, I swear to God, when I see that whole ass nigga Coach Malachi Ways, I'm gonna put them paws on him. Nigga, Wakanda forever, bitch. Oh, Lord, he threw Wakanda through that fence. Wakanda is dead. Oh, Lord.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, shout out to the Tooth Fairy.
I don't understand why you're even mad. Like, you should be happy that the Tooth Fairy
gave me $2.
Okay, so that's $2. What did you want?
$5 because my top tooth was worth way more.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I hate the Tooth Fairy. She's an idiot.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
My pettiness won't let me let this go. Shout out to that whole ass nigga Money B from Brooklyn who said he's gonna kill me when he see me at the Crawford fight.
Get back and stupid in the club. Turn me up, man.
I let them nigga be. I let them. Oh goddamn! I swear to God, no, Lord have mercy. I can't. Lord, please let me get my hands on this nigga. Goddamn it! Better tear the keyboard up. Better tear it up. Like, bro, like for real though. This what I hear when you do this. You know what I mean? Like it really takes me out. Like for real though. Hey, shout out to Nick Rich. She said my team is straight. My team is straight ass cheeks. Oh, man.
Old pussy ass nigga, what's going on, boy? I'm telling you, boy, I'm knock your fuck ass out, boy. Blow for blow, pound for pound, nigga. I got the title, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, I'm finna knock one of you what kind of niggas out. Nigga, I got these hands, nigga. I'm throwing them paws at that nigga, finna knock your ass down again, nigga. Get your ass back up, nigga. Don't run, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, I want a hold of smoke, nigga. I'm throwing them paws, nigga. I'm putting them hands on you, nigga. I told you what I'm gonna do to you, nigga. Catch you with the check left hook, nigga. Check left hook, nigga. I told you, boy, pound for pound, nigga. I'm the best. This more action than any Devin Haney fight. Put these paws on you, nigga. I told you, I got you backing up, nigga. I got you backing up. Nigga, watch that check left foot, knock your ass down again, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, it is what it is, nigga. I'm gonna make it do what it do. I'm telling you, boy, we ain't even playing over here, boy.
Hey, shout out to as a matter of fact, hold on, brother, hold on. I see the brother right here. The dude, you know what? I wanna give you guys something to think about. Something to think about, right? Because this is hilarious. It's funny, right? But it's true. It's funny, but it's true. Because I always like to leave you with something. I always like to leave you with something, right? It's funny, but it's true. This is so true. This is so true right here. And let's do this. It's funny, but it's true. This is to you dudes who though, you know, who like to threaten dudes online, threaten niggas online, drop the addy, I'm gonna come do this, I'm gonna smoke you, I'm gonna do that and do that. Like literally come on a public platform and break federal laws on the internet. Like some damn fools. Yeah, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. Hold on.
Years old, get paid every 2 weeks. Get paid. Imagine a person is 30 plus years old, get paid every 2 weeks, pays for health care, pays taxes, and they are 30 plus years old talking about drop the addy.
Now these niggas ain't got no job.
That's why I say y'all trying to be like you 15. You trying to be what you trying to be like them 15-year-olds. Drop the addy.
Shout out to Tone the superstar.
You think I'm really gonna drop the addy? What do you think is gonna happen when you come around that corner? You're going to get shot. I have kids. I have dogs. Think niggas just gonna drop that? Nigga, what are you toxic? That's fucking toxic. Drop the addy. Nigga, what? You just did a promise to pay with Sprint. You just did an extension with T-Mobile. You just sent an email to HR. You just had it one-on-one at your job and you talked about drop the addy? So you don't give a fuck about your kids at home. You don't give a fuck about your mom. You just want to end it all over a fucking Facebook post and none of these niggas is making money. Nobody got fucking fans. PS fucking 5s everywhere. Niggas got child support. Drop the addy. Nigga, go fuck yourself. Have a nice life. Leave me the fuck alone. Go play with the devil. Do that shit. I ain't got time for that. Go over there. Drop the addy. You want to be 16 so bad. Take your ass up to McDonald's. Get you some fucking trousers. Sag them. And start fucking up the hash brown.
I didn't get too told the superstar round of applause. Hey, Toad, if you watching this is my new sound bite. Drop the addy. This is it. Any nigga who threatened me for no, this is what it's gonna be. Bro, you can't make this up. You can't make this up.
True.
You have some grown people in the chat. Some of you are wives. Some of you are husbands. Some of you have children. And you grown. You grown. I don't understand. Dude, when you're dealing with a grown-ass man, that his family depend on him and this and that, yada, 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 yada. I mean, it hit a little differently. I don't know how you think this shit I don't know how you think this gonna pan out. I really don't know how you think this gonna pan out now. You know what I mean? Have you thought about this? You really want to do this? You serious about a fighter who you don't know when you broke and ain't got no money playing? You know, you broke and ain't got no money, drinking up all the kids' juices. You know, drinking up all the cereal, eating up all the cereal, drinking all the kids' milk while smoking on the Nick sack with your homeboy. This what you really thinking about doing? You gonna get on the plane to fly here, or you gonna fly over there and do A, B, C, and D? Are you serious? Okay.
True.
Anyways, let's give everybody a round of applause. Yeah. What we're gonna do? I'm gonna run the credits as I did yesterday from here on out, man. There's too many people in the chat. Shout out to Fotex, shout out to Electro Jed, shout out to Jaime Rivera, shout out to Quentin Gilliam, the Marta King Boxing. All of the members will be mentioned in the credits of the show. Shout out to Nick Rich, Anna Lee. Shout out to Knockdown 305, Swat Jones. Hey, yeah, I missed that nigga up. He. You see the nigga ain't threatening me back on the internet. Nah, nigga, because I'm smart. I'm not gonna threaten you on the internet. I ain't stupid. Yeah, you on some ego shit. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, what's up? I told you what I was gonna do. But goddamn it, I'm telling you, boy. Yeah, nigga. Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah. Anyway. Hey, JT say he said he got dogs. Yeah, the dogs. See, a lot of you guys don't understand. The dogs are not really just for protection, to protect you, to protect you. The dogs are to give you the heads up before it goes down. The dog gonna bark. I know when that dog barking, that dog is barking for a reason. You get what I'm saying? The dog, your home is your domain. Any man or woman talk about coming to your house to do physical bodily harm to you. Remember this. I'm gonna tell you what my mama told me. I'm gonna leave you with this. Self-preservation is the first law of nature. I don't know nobody in this chat that won't do what they gotta do to protect their children. So take that into consideration, man. Take that into consideration. To all those drop the addies out there. Shout out to the drop the addies.
Sunshine when tank's gone.
I'll smack the shit out in front of everybody.
Only dark times for you.
I mean, just throw Haney's name in the hat. There is no fucking hat.
Ain't no sunshine when tank's gone.
I don't play them type of games.
Leonard L.B. Why you always talking about me?
Didn't you fucking learn your lesson from that? With AJ?
Ain't no sunshine when tank's gone.
I'll knock that motherfucker's hole out. Period.
Only dark times for you.
There ain't no hats to throw nothing in here. We're running a fucking business.
Ain't no sunshine when tank's gone.
You fucking idiot.
Leonard L.B. Why you always talking about?
Yes, sir. It is what it is, man. Once again, it's on. Yes, sir. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Much love to everybody in the chat, man. Peace. Hope everything go well for everybody. Keep your head up. If you're going through something in your life, keep your head up. Keep fighting, keep pushing, keep going. You're going to have your ups and your downs in life. When it's down, you got to bite down and dig through it. When it's up, you got to keep your composure. Other than that, that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You know my motto. Don't beat me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.